Must be amore going on in the bathroom. Must be some bathroom loving going on with Opie and Jimmy. They're gone.
How is it that you outsourced Master Poe with a couple of like geeky honkies?
I don't know.
Where's Poe?
Where is Poe? Poe isn't out there? Court again?
We purposely did that to see how you would sound.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was your audition.
Oh, I don't care. I'll babble about anything while you two are...
It was fine.
Doesn't matter to me.
It was hot. We were going to just take the rest of the day off. And
that would have been cool. You just not come back. Yeah, why not?
You talk more about your broken fan on your computer.
Right.
We did that one time. Remember, we all decided to leave on a guest.
Walked out of the studio and the guest was just sitting there. Was it Steve the Whistler?
It was. Was it?
Why haven't we had bad guest day in a long time?
How about we have guest day?
Just start with guest day.
Wednesdays is any guest day.
How about a guest that's not one of our friends? Let's start there.
We're like crying for a guest like Cindy Williams these days.
Well, I worked.
Wouldn't that be great?
I worked on a guest yesterday.
You did?
I certainly did. I think I got us somebody who will actually either do a phone or come in when he can.
And who would that be, Jimmy?
Oh, Bill Ward.
Oh, wow.
Hey.
Were you hobnobbing yesterday?
I was backstage at Ozzfest.
Backstage at Ozzfest for his little birthday.
As happy as I've ever been, and me and Florentine are walking around, and Jim comes over to me and goes, "Dude, Bill Ward's on his drum riser." And I'm like, "Let's go look at Bill Ward." So we're standing 5 feet from Bill Ward, 40 minutes he's like warming up or waiting for a picture. And the people are just walking up to him, talking to him. Some Jim's like, "Let's just walk up to him." So we walk up to the drum riser, and he's like, it's like, "Bill, can we get a picture?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like the greatest guy ever. So he stands up. Of course, I run up. He brings me behind on the drum set. I'm on Sabbath stage. This is like 3 in the afternoon. I'm standing in his drum set. We do a picture. Then I start talking about satellite radio, and he's really interested in it. And so he said that he would come on the show. And he was very sincere. No, we talked for like probably 15 minutes about satellite radio and how bad commercial radio is, and he's got his own show, and I think he should get a show on the Boneyard. That's just me.
That's just you, but...
This is how Jim and Jim Florentine were backstage at Babe Fest with Gene Simmons, both just sort of standing real close to each other, nervously fingering their digital cameras, ready to pounce.
Oh, yeah, that's what it's all about with Jimmy, is getting the pictures.
Well, dude, I had to. I mean, once you get Bill Ward, and then you get a picture with Geezer Butler, and then you get a picture with Tony Iommi.
Tony Iommi?
When you realize, and then Ozzy walks by and you say hello real quick, you don't get to talk to him, but on your birthday, when you get to talk to every member of Black Sabbath, you really have a wonderful, wonderful birthday.
That's a perfect.
Oh my goodness!
And you were saying how you hate birthdays yesterday.
That was the best birthday I've ever had.
Bestest birthday ever for Jimmy.
Bruce Dickinson, Iron Maiden, got him. I got everybody I wanted. It was fantastic.
Wow!
I annoyed Geezer and I annoyed Iommi.
You did?
Geezer's they walk in. They're doing this Babe Fest Ozfest, which is Ozfest, not Babe Fest, a quick appearance backstage with like 20 fans. And of course I'm back there, and they come back to the backstage area, but they're going to go on the tour bus first. So I panic and run over. I'm like, Geezer?
Oh, because you think they're leaving?
Yeah. And he turns around and looks at me.
Oh, you overeager douche.
He turns around and looks at me, and then just kind of like walks onto the bus. So I'm like, fuck. I kind of rushed it. Okay. So then they come off the bus. They're going to come over to the signing. I walk over. I go, "Hey guys," and the tour manager goes, "Just be patient, man. You'll get it."
Oh no! Oh, you were the impatient guy.
And then I wait a couple.
Oh, how embarrassing!
And then I wait a couple of more minutes, and I see Iommi there. I'm like, "Hey, Tony, I'm going to be interviewing you next week for XM." He's like, okay.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm like, "I just want to know if I can get a picture with you." And he goes, "Well, I think we're doing this thing." And then they turn around and go back onto the bus to do an interview with Cousin Ed. So I'm like, fuck. And then they finally come out off the bus again.
Oh, you overeager little shit.
I was awful. They come off the bus. They go to where they make the fans all sit at the tables.
I'd have had security remove you by that point. I'd have looked out of the bus window and go, "See that little fuck? He is so annoying. Get him out of here."
Well, they come out, and now all the fans are seated. They're like, everybody has to sit down and be cool. And so Tony is standing there signing an autograph, and I just walk up and go, "Oh, hey, man, do you think I can get a picture with you because I'm with the station?" He goes, "Oh, you again."
Oh, no, he didn't. He didn't say, "Oh, you again."
Yes, he did.
You are so embarrassing.
You're the worst.
Oh, you again.
You again.
Oh, God. That is horrible.
I had this laminate, and I was too embarrassed to ask Geezer and Tony to sign it because I annoyed both of them. So this guy, Monkey, who works at
YSP?
Yeah, man.
Monkey Boy.
Yeah, he's great. So I fucking just begged him to get them to sign it. I'm like, come on, dude, just walk up to him. I'm like pestering him, and he got them to sign it, and I got Bill. So
you embarrassment.
Dude, you again. I'm really annoyed. And I got to see him next week.
Just be patient. Like the overeager, retarded kid that wants to go on the ride, and they're like, no, and you haven't like done what you have to do yet, and they're just tugging at you. I want to go. Yeah, that's what you are, the little impatient, retarded child.
But hey, Florentine, he asked Melissa from YSP to take his picture with Geezer, and she hit the camera, twice and didn't get it. So he stood next to Geezer Butler and didn't get his picture.
Oh, no.
She's not the brightest.
Yeah,
Dude,
I was about to say.
No blonde with big tits is capable of taking a picture. I'm sorry. No, I like
Working a
Melissa.
camera?
Especially when she's the spokesmodel for a radio station.
Yeah.
We worked with her.
Yeah, we remember her from
So anyway, we may have Bill Ward come on. And,
That would be cool.
I would love to have Bill in studio chit-chat. Can I do it tomorrow because I need money for Ozzfest?
Jimmy, you don't have to
of
pay
course
me
I have.
right now.
Is Ozzfest today?
Sure is.
Very cool, very cool.
I even have my photos all ready to be signed.
Oh,
For the interviews.
Nice. He's got his little bag.
I gotta write down questions. I don't have any questions.
People are going to check that bag, you know.
I'll let them. It's fine. There's only photos in there and a couple of CDs.
Jimmy, what are we listening to?
Geezer Butler.
Oh.
New lead song, Misfit, off the new CD.
Well.
Phenomenal.
Very nice.
Yes. Phenomenal.
It's not bad at all. And you're going to Ozzfest today with Martini Steve?
Yes.
Very good.
I'll be blithering like an idiot through interviews.
And where is that this evening?
PNC, and we're
it
actually
is.
going to be at the second stage. A lot of it for the Jägermeister tent. Those guys were phenomenal, man. They hooked us up with
Jägermeister tent, huh?
everything.
Yeah, everything we needed, Jaeger really came
Everything,
through.
because tickets were impossible to get, and they came through and really helped us out a lot.
They got the
man.
Jaeger chicks. They're going to be Jaeger chicks.
Whole big cookout. There's going to be
food,
all kinds of food, all kinds. Obviously, I'm not drinking today. I don't think anybody else
Hope
is
not,
either.
because you're driving.
Oh, I am.
Yeah, my car's 6 months late on inspection.
Yeah.
It is.
No, I'm sorry, 7.
Why haven't you gotten your vehicle inspected?
What happened was the man was really big.
Yeah.
I drove away.
You obviously don't park on the streets of New York City. Because mine is up, and I'm taking care of it because these bastards, we've talked about them, not only do they give out meter tickets, they also walk around and just check registration stickers right at midnight. Last time I got caught at midnight. My inspection was up 1 minute, according to the ticket.
Really?
And there's assholes out there who go, well, technically, it was over.
Nah, that's just being a scumbag.
Yeah, I mean, there's a point where they're just being complete scumbags and looking for cash for the city.
I've had my vehicle for about a year. I think next month it'll be a year that I've had it, and it has never, ever had an inspection sticker on its windshield.
And you haven't been pulled over for that?
Nah.
You're lucky, man.
I've had it there. It actually has gotten me out of bigger trouble a lot of times. I was speeding once upstate, doing a 90 and a 45, and I got pulled over, and I actually got out of the ticket. The guy decided to just write me up for the lack of inspection. It's like, okay, I said, I don't have any points on my license, and you could check, which he did. He went back to the car, checked it out. He goes, all right, I'm going to write you up for the inspection, though. Hey, go ahead. Pay that one off, no points. I've gotten out of a couple of things making illegal turns, like the moving violations, the ones that give you the points. If I could trade that off for uninspected, do it every time. So I haven't put an inspection sticker on my windshield.
Jesus.
I got to get shorts. It's hot. It's going to be hot.
It's going to be the hottest day of the summer.
Jimmy can't comment because he's taking a dump. Randy, what did you learn on the show today?
I learned nothing because I just don't listen very well.
Very good.
True.
Let's say hi to Kyle in Indiana. Kyle, what did you learn on the show today?
Well,
Why'd
I've
you
been
freaking out?
listening for 3 months, and this is the first day I have learned absolutely nothing on the show
All
today.
right.
Congrats.
Now you're a true listener of this program.
Ben, what's the problem?
He's just freaking out. He's like, Steve, everything is going to be in place for today. He's worried that Steve is going to mess up one of his interviews. He's like, you get too excited. If we get thrown out of there, it's your fault. You should have seen them while going through everything.
Audio
yeah.
from Ozzfest with Jimmy Norton tomorrow on the program. We'll take a break. On the way today, we got Bill Burr coming in. Is he here?
See him sitting
Where's
right
Bill?
there.
Where?
See him sitting right out there on
All
our
right, I didn't even
chairs
see him.
in the gallery.
I am Sam. Bill Burr, he helped Jimmy interview some folks at Ozzfest yesterday.
Correction, Billy did a lot of different interviewing. My interviews, I guarantee, are tedious and boring. It was just me groveling. Billy, I
No.
some funny shit.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's fine. It is what it is. I was happy to do it.
All right. Well, we got lots of audio from Ozzfest. We want to go through that with Jimmy and Bill Burr.
Came home from. I'll talk about Ozzfest after, but I was very, very tired, so I didn't actually stay for Sabbath. I was too tired, man. I was sunburned and shit. I'm like, dude, just go home because you have to get up in the morning. I thought of the show.
Steve was just a wreck. Walked into the office this morning, and Steve was,
We want to just send him home. He had to go through all the audio and make it so we could play it on the radio.
His eyes were red.
Yeah, he needs to go home.
Apart from being maced, I'm trying to rope somebody with his fat Lebanese fingers.
Big bare arms wrapped around someone.
Oh, he is a creep. Spend the day with that sweaty animal. Child shorts, awful low socks. I want to pull up his legs.
All right, we'll get the lowdown. We'll get the lowdown about Ozzfest next. Jimmy in studio, Bill Burr in studio, Anthony not in studio. He decided to take a leak, and I warned him just as he was going into the bathroom that he is not going to be happy.
Why?
I don't know if it's one of our guys, but the bathroom is... Here, let's get the comment. How bad was that, Anthony? I warned him just as... I was leaving the bathroom as he was going in. I'm like, dude, you do not want to go in there. Is that one of our guys in there?
I don't know.
The guy, while I was in there...
Wait. You walked in, and someone was still in the stall?
Yeah.
I know who it was then.
Who was it?
I'm going to guess.
It was one of our guys?
Does it begin with an M?
No.
I thought it might be Mars.
Was it Martini Steve?
It was Steve.
Steve, what the fuck did you eat yesterday at Ozzfest? Dude, let me just explain.
Wow.
I took a leak.
Steve was washing his hands when I walked in, so I assumed he had just taken a leak.
No.
I thought the guy, whoever the perpetrator was, had left.
Usually you would run out, wouldn't you? You'd wait till no one was in there, listen.
Right.
I took
run out, wait 5 minutes, and then wash your hands later and be like, Jesus.
I took a leak, and it usually takes me less than a minute, and I'm out of the bathroom. Within that time, you flushed the toilet twice. What the hell were you dumping?
Oh, boy, Steve.
Dude, that was sitting in me since 7 a.m. yesterday.
The smell in the bathroom
is awful.
Well, it's not a shock. As we're driving to Ozzfest, fucking wants to stop. We stop at a rest area. He wants to get beef jerky snippets. And I'm like, why would you eat that? It's 100 degrees out. You want to stand there and eat this?
That along with berries and honey.
How come bee stings don't bother you?
Yeah, that was just rotten filth festering in me since 24 hours
ago. Now that we smelled it,
oh my God.
What did you eat yesterday?
I'm trying to remember. It was egg whites. Oh, that was a protein dump.
God.
That was a protein-rich dump.
Your system decided to finally release.
Yeah, my system decided to finally
release. I cut down on the egg whites, and now I'm finally dumping more regularly.
You know what? It had diffused through the entire bathroom,
It's
too.
awful.
It wasn't like you walk past the stall and it was bad, but then you get by the sinks and it's kind of tolerable. That stench covered the entire bathroom. Every nook and cranny of that bathroom. There was nowhere to go to escape it.
That was a protein-rich egg white dump.
He tried to pawn it off on someone else.
No, I didn't.
Because Opie walks down the hall. I'm walking toward the bathroom. Opie goes, man, it's bad in there. And I'm like, oh, great, I got to take a leak. I walk in. Now, I had assumed whoever was in there had left. So I see Steve washing his hands. So I think Steve was just in there, and I go, holy shit, it stinks in here. And Steve goes, yeah, it's pretty bad. like someone else did it.
Commiserating. He was
commiserating with me.
It was your little change per
well,
stomach
I'm never really
sure. Damage.
I'm really not sure of the etiquette. When you're are you supposed to jump up and take credit for it immediately?
Absolutely.
Okay, I
could apologize. I go, boy, it stinks in here. You should have went, oh, sorry.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry.
I would have yelled it in the office. Go in there quick.
Staples on your stomach are rusting or something.
Yeah, that was protein and rusty staples.
Jesus. So how was Ozzfest, boys?
Wow. Jimmy?
Good time?
Yeah.
Jimmy?
I was very happy.
Yeah, Jimmy got to sit down with some of his heroes.
It's going to be very, I predict, it's going to be very tedious audio.
Why?
Because it was, come on, I was shaking.
Were you shaking?
Oh, my God. I think
Did you go test 1, 2 and check the tape recorder?
No, but Steve was the one turning it on and off, and every time he did it, I was thinking, if this is not taping, I'm going to cut his Lebanese head off and kick it.
Yeah. I had a nightmare about that, this thing not taping.
Making sure it worked.
Yeah.
And the sound quality was good.
Yeah,
the levels were okay. It wasn't like when Big Kev took it.
No, nothing like that. It's just that we had to do these interviews either at the Jaeger tent, which is very noisy, obviously, because it's outside, or you do them inside the trailers in what's called Sabbath Village, which is with these air conditioned.
Sabbath Village?
Yeah,
yes.
It's a place that I
You were freely walking around Sabbath Village.
What Sabbath Village is it's an area behind Ozzfest. Geezer, Tony, Bill, and each have trailers.
First name basis.
Oh, yeah. Terrence, actually, instead of Geezer. Yeah. They all have like a little trailer. And I think Ozzy has just an extra bus, but I think 'cause they're the musicians, they have like a little trailer they can go to behind, off the bus. Only they're back there. You have to have the complete all-access pass to get back there, where they can just mellow out. And Bill Ward has a little drum set in his, and I guess Tony has guitars, and it's unbelievable. I'd heard about it, but I've obviously never seen it.
Sabbath Village.
I was interviewing retards next to an inflatable chair.
And he's in Sabbath Village.
Who was screaming out, "Where's Jimmy? Where's Jimmy
But
Norton?"
I heard everyone said Billy's audio was really funny, and that he got some great stuff. And I realized as I was talking, like, this is going to be interesting to, like, hardcore Sabbath fans. The guys were phenomenal. But, I mean, I was just, just talking and trying to, like, just ask a question and let them talk.
Did you have to ask into a mic that you were holding and then put the mic toward them?
I did.
You did a good job with that?
Yeah, they probably felt like Michael J. Fox was holding it in their face. But, I mean, at one point, I came off better than I thought I would. Like, I was actually more conversational.
You were?
Yes.
Well, that's
thank
good.
God for YSP last
Not like an interrogation.
No. And I knew enough about them where it just kind of worked for me. I was I asked a lot of the same questions, though, with the guys. But you interview a band, it's usually 4 guys in a room. Whatever you wanted to ask the band, you ask them.
And then each one answers, but on an individual basis, now you got to ask a couple of the same questions.
You have to. It's hard to have 12 different, 3 times whatever questions. 12 different ones.
I hear you.
Right. Well,
I
why
understand.
don't we play some of this audio? We start with Pete, the O&A fan. Is this Bill Burr's audio?
No, this is I did a few before, and then I handed the mic off to Bill, and then we left Jimmy. We left Bill at the Jaeger tent, and then Jimmy and I went off into the Sabbath one.
Jaeger Village. Excuse me.
Jaeger. Yes. Is this before or after you ate the rancid possum?
Long after.
Oh, after? Okay. Just want to make sure.
Dude, that was brutal, man. I gotta say it again.
Take full credit for it.
Oh man.
We actually rarely in these situations does this work out, but definitely. First of all, Adam Grayer from Jägermeister, everything worked like it was supposed to. The parking, like if you go for VIP parking. You're riding in fucking... And, of course, we get there, and this scumbag who looks like Sean Penn, parking attendant. Oh, no, VIP's closed.
Yeah.
And we're like, no, look,
no, it's
Jägermeister.
Not.
It's okay. No, they just called us. It's closed. What happens? We get on the phone. Fucking little Adam, who's just kind of like a short little, fella, comes out and fucking waves his hands, and we go right through it. Everything is as it should be. The O&A van, exactly where it should be.
Did you want to punch the parking guy?
No. There's another one later I'll get to.
Yeah.
I wanted to sink my teeth into his face. I was beyond angry with him. I just wanted to hold him and almost lovingly just bite him.
Yeah, there were a few situations like that where you got stopped by some low level on the totem pole security guy, but
just wanna.
But our names were on every list that they were supposed to be on. We had the passes we need.
Isn't that great when it works like that?
Well, it almost, and I'll get into it. This is like a little tease. There was a problem getting back for the Geezer and Iommi interview because they weren't going to let us backstage again, and it was this fucking young kid who I can't tell you how bad. I still hope that he was killed on the way home last night. I hope that he was driving with the other girl who worked there, and they were laughing about something happy. We have our whole lives ahead of us, and all of a sudden, fifth of whiskey right into him. Right into them with a station wagon, and I hope he walked away okay.
Jesus. Gets charged with manslaughter. He's out in 8 months.
Exactly. And their young lives are shattered. Non-list reading motherfuckers.
I hate the whole backstage thing. I can't do it
It's
anymore.
like walking on eggshells is what it is.
And I know people out there like you guys are fortunate enough to go backstage to these concerts.
I was going to be like that.
Nerve-wracking.
It stinks on every level.
When they got a sponsor badge. I never had a badge at a concert before, which was the sponsor badge for Jägermeister were phenomenal.
Yeah.
So we go back, we do Bill. And as we're going back, these young, I met one of the guys back there. I think his name was Mike. I got to say hello. He's the boss of all the security guys back there. I know. I said Mike. I can't remember if it was Mike.
Right.
Huge Opie and Anthony fan. And so we talked. He's like, dude, whatever you need back here, it's yours. We're going to get back again, and these fuckers wouldn't let us back. So they send this monster named Dan out, who, again, thank you too, man, who's also an Opie and Anthony fan. He goes, dude, just hop on the car. You've never seen Satisfaction.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, dude, we're supposed to be back here. We're interviewing Geezer and Tony in fucking 10 minutes. And the guy's like, oh, you're not on the list. And then he calls somebody, not on the list. And you gotta leave. And the chick, this fucking young chick, who really should be found face down and brushed somewhere.
Was she hot?
Yeah, I really wanted to give her Heine a licking, saucy girl. You saucy, naughty list misser, you. When this kid Dan came out in his gray, they were all wearing yellow, but the bosses wore gray. When Dan came out, also an Opie and Anthony fan, with a cart, and we go, look, we're supposed to be back here. He goes, hop on. I just wanted to turn around.
You didn't give him a look?
Oh, look. Oh. I mumbled, fuck and cunt. I was so angry.
Yeah,
dude,
nice.
Geezer and Tony. I wasn't going back just to, say hello to
right.
somebody.
Right.
So they got us in.
But the bitch is, Jim's name was on the list.
We were on the list.
There's no reason that he should have stopped.
Well, yeah, what list did they say you weren't on?
They're just dummies. They
The
didn't
one
look
they weren't
properly.
looking at.
They looked at the sponsor badge, and I'm like, I said to Dan, we were on the list. He goes, yeah, you're on the list. And he checked it. We were on the list. So, Yeager and...
The problem with Backstage,
everything
there's a million lists that don't... They're all different.
Also, this year, apparently, there's 6 or 7 different laminates. I mean, normally there's one all-access laminate that you get. There's 6 or 7 different ones, and these poor kids are looking at these different pages at these different...
Poor kids, he's calling them.
Yeah. No, they're really unfortunate. People that don't know how to do their jobs when you're interviewing people you've loved since 1980. Yeah, you're right, poor kids. I hope they're both dead. Actually, no. I hope they're both below the neck paralyzed, and they're still awake, and all they're hearing is fucking Sabbath songs playing. Fuckers.
Okay.
Let's play some of the audio.
But Dan and Mike, thank you so much.
All right. Here's Pete, an O&A fan at Ozzfest yesterday.
Hey, what's your name?
I'm Pete.
Pete?
Yeah.
Who'd you come here to see?
Sabbath, Shadows Fall, Maiden.
Is it hot enough for you?
Yeah, it's really fucking hot out here.
Now, what were you telling me before? Who did you want to see come back to the Opie and Anthony show?
Ramon.
Really, you enjoy Ramon?
Ramon shit's funny, man.
I'm so happy to hear that. I'll make sure I tell the guys.
Ramon, bring me some Lysol.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Ramon, light a Steve in here.
Wow, a Ramon fan, huh?
That was a first. I was shocked.
And Steve hates being with the fans. You absolutely
if
hate
there's
it.
one person in here that cannot stand our fans, it is Steve.
Yeah, I've gotten a little bit. I've gotten a little bit better. But
you haven't.
All right, fine.
You're a liar.
You are lying.
You're a smelly, shitting liar.
Ramon.
Little sewage in your change purse belly. I'd like some beef jerky tips.
I opted not to have some beef jerky.
Eat some rose lip petals or something.
Rose lip? Did you
I
say?
say rose petals. I was going to say
rose hip. Very good. Here's Bill Burr interviewing one of the fans.
All right. What's your name? Kyle. Kyle. You don't need to yell, man. Just fucking... Huh? You don't need to yell. Sorry, man. The microphone. Look at this. This is a state-of-the-art Opie and Anthony microphone. But I can Radio Shack. We got this on the way over here. What would you do to get back here to meet Jim Norton?
Anything but blow a guy because I'm not gay.
You could still blow a guy and it wouldn't make you gay. It would just mean you wouldn't enjoy it as much as a homo would.
No.
Well, that's what you got to do. See that line right there? Those people aren't waiting to get T-shirts. Jim Norton's huge now. Jim Norton's huge now. You know what? The middle of my interviews are good, man. This just goes to hell. I'm trying to take Kurt Loder's job. He's been on MTV for like 30 years.
Oh, it's just horrendous. Just standing out this Jaeger tent, all these out-of-shape, sunburned idiots just standing there. You're like, what's going on? Nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
Who are you here to see? I'm just like, I'm terrible.
Gonna rock today. Yeah,
Hey,
rock.
Bill, look at this. JR on Long Island from whackbag.com. Can Bill tell everyone about his website and spell his last name? He is one of the funniest comedians you have on the show.
Ooh.
It's Bill Burr, right?
Yeah.
B-U-R-R.
Yeah,
B-U-R-R. So BillBurr.com.
Yeah.
There you go.
B-I-R.
Did you ever...
What is he spelling it?
It
It doesn't work with one R. Try to.
Yeah, and then give 3 a whirl.
Like he's cold. Bill Burr.
Bill Burr.
All right, there's a lot of audio.
You know, I'm sorry to interrupt you. You know what the best part about yesterday was? Is when you're meeting all the fans. I love shaking hands in 108-degree weather. I thought of you. It was like fucking just... People should have just walked over with their balls exposed and said, here, rub this with your hand. It'll give you the same feeling as shaking does.
Just that sweaty, clammy mess.
Wet. They were all wet hands.
Yeah, wet.
Pure wet.
Passing disease.
The bacteria.
There's sweat in a petri dish and just throwing it in your face.
The bacteria is shaking hands as they change positions from your hand to his, and
after a few minutes, I would lick my palms clean.
Bill Burr interviews Peter from Soilwork. Is this worth playing? Because we have a lot of audio.
Yeah, you know what I did? I started asking them to do. If it's the second from the second one in, I had them do like little PSAs.
Is this good?
Oh. No, this was the first guy you interviewed. I think the guy from Sweden, and you were asking him if he ever got into fights with with the other guitar player. The very first band interview you did, I think.
Oh yeah, I think I would go to the next one.
Go to the next one.
Yeah,
and this is
one of the ones has the ones with the PSAs were good.
All right. Well, the next clip here is Steve again, Martini Steve, interviewing the O&A fans outside the Jägermeister.
Yeah,
booth.
this is just two obnoxious O&A fans.
What's your name?
George Groning.
George, what's your favorite thing about today?
Fucking meeting Jim Norton, meeting Steve C, everybody from O&A, dude. It's awesome.
That's not really what I was fishing for. I was kind of looking for something about the whole rock concert thing that's going on here.
The concert's awesome, but O&A is the shit.
Who are you, sir?
I'm Reggie.
Reggie, where are you from?
I'm from Jackson.
You know it's rude to interrupt.
That's okay. I love XM, I love Jimmy, I love O&A.
That's fantastic. What band did you come here to see?
Iron Maiden.
Really? No other band?
I'm old, so...
That's a lot of bands to sit through just for Iron Maiden.
I'm going to see Zombie, I'm going to see Maiden, I'm going to see Black Label, and I'm going to see Black Sabbath.
Now you're interrupting, sir. That's very rude. What band did you come here to see?
Black Sabbath. He's from the same town, Jackson. Zakk Wylde, Black Sabbath, Black Label Society, and fucking Zombie.
Thank you, sir.
That ended.
I can hear them sweating.
Yeah.
You could hear that one guy especially sweating and just he's out of breath. Jackson, ready to just collapse from the heat.
You got a lot accomplished there.
Yeah, I know. That ended my fan interviews.
That was it. You were disgusted.
I couldn't stand it
The
anymore.
O&A response, I got Adam said he was very. I didn't say he was surprised. He said it was very strong when the van pulled in because I didn't see the van pull in. And he said it was amazing how the response.
A lot of those.
Yeah, I mean,
there's too many people out there still thinking that we're doing this cute little thing for XM. They have no idea how big this is getting already.
Ugh.
No clue.
They gave away a box of shirts.
I just looked over and all I saw was Eric's mouth with bacon and mayonnaise dripping from it, hanging out of it.
You look like you were bobbing for apples in the fucking Planned Parenthood dumpster.
Oh my God.
That's right. Now make a conscious effort to keep that mouth closed. Look at him, old pursed lips.
What is that?
A little strong.
It's bacon. It's turkey.
What's on there?
There's more than BLT there. There's turkey or something. That's all bacon?
That's bacon. That is a slab of bacon.
That's going
to be
Crisco
on top.
Your dump is going to be worse than Steve's.
I was just going to say.
With all that mayo.
You thought mine was smelly with you.
It's too hot to be eating mayo. You can't take a chance like that.
At least keep your mouth closed. You're fucking chewing and yodeling at the same time.
He's got mayo packets on the side just in case he needs more mayonnaise.
Nothing better on a hot day than pork.
Eric's innards, I'd love to get in there and just look around. One time we were just chit-chatting. He was having a sandwich, and there wasn't quite enough fucking heart clogger on his sandwich, so he sucked the mayo out of the package.
Did you really suck the mayo out of the little mayo packets?
He does that just about every day.
He loves mayo.
That mayo.
It's just awful.
He doesn't like the waste either.
It's not good.
No.
You should be a big fat guy. Because all the stuff you eat.
He's young right now, but you wait, Eric. You give him a few years.
How young a lad are you?
27.
What?
27.
27?
And he's already been in radio, 12 years? 10? I knew you started young.
27 is when you start to go down.
The big 3-0 is when the body starts changing. The stuff you were able to do in your 20s, you're not able to do in your 30s because it just packs it on.
A few years, you're going to be singing WOLD by Harry Chapin. How you got a tie around your gut and you're doing high school?
All right,
Enjoy.
We got some audio from Zakk Wylde. There's so much here. I don't know which ones to play. What do you think, Steve?
Let's see.
What tracks are the?
He got.
How are you dealing with the heat? Is that good?
Nah, that was at first just because Zakk and his whole crew he rolls with are all dressed up in tight black leather, vests and.
Did you just say his crew that he rolls with?
You got to see these guys. Yeah, I did say that. Sorry. He's got his whole entourage is
roll.
Ramon, bring me some hip hop dialect.
That was hip hop.
I was worse than that shit you just took.
Wouldn't you just say the guys he hangs out with?
Yeah, he's rolling with.
But
he and his boys, word is bond. We're very hot.
His posse, if you will.
Correct. Let's see
we gotta hear from he rolls with. Give me that sandwich. I want to mush it in Steve's eye.
Zakk to the Wild.
Zakk to the Wild.
Oh, he talks about.
Now, Zakk, y'all been playing for quite a while.
Y'all been representing.
Jesus.
You're finding it hard to hold it down.
I want to paralyze you with a rock.
I'm sorry, Jim. I'm sorry.
I want to hear, is there the opening salvo, the first question, no matter what it's about or anything? I just want to hear Jimmy's first question.
Zakk just started talking. We did Bill Ward first, and then we did Zakk. And Zack's an animal. He's familiar with the show.
Yeah.
He bathes, I'm sure, at times. He's just a sweaty, and he doesn't care. I mean, he sits down and he just starts going.
Yeah?
Yeah, Zakk doesn't care.
We asked him, easy interview. Good.
We asked him about the whole Dimebag thing. Like, has he changed the way they deal with touring or security since the whole Dimebag?
Oh, that's a good question.
Well, I had a stupid moment with that too. I didn't know. I've seen part of the video. It's called In This River.
In This River, track
right.
7, yeah.
It's a really cool video, which became like a Dimebag tribute. But I didn't know. Someone told me that those were Dimebag's kids in the video because I saw it for a minute in Camden at that Ozzfest. So I asked him about that, and it turns out Dimebag didn't have kids. So I felt like a dick. I mean, he wasn't a dick about it, but I was like, ugh.
All right, let's go to the audio here.
You have an amazing show of force here. I mean, it's like a compound here, man. I mean, there's nobody going to cause a problem here. Did that scare you and make you want to bring more people and go that there are some crazy people out there? I better make sure I'm a little bit, surrounded with people, or did it not affect the way you do business at all?
No, not at all, man. I mean, that's the way I would never go down to a show and hurt any, like as I would never go down to an Ozzy show and hurt Ozzy or doing, when I was a fan. I mean, I still am, but I mean, it's just like. You're going down to see Randy Rhoads. You don't hurt Randy Rhoads. You go down, without a doubt. All we do is go up there and high five after every solo Randy does. You know what I mean? Because you're seeing greatness. You know what I mean? So
there you go.
I already hate my own voice.
Jimmy.
I'm listening to this, and I'm wishing that Steve would just have the fortitude to take my head and crack my teeth against the console.
You did
dude.
Fine, Jimmy.
Security compound. Fucking rambling asshole.
I love it.
Happy to be there.
Now I can't wait to hear more Jimmy.
It's awful.
You are really a stammering ass.
Dude, and there was one point, I mean, with Zakk, I wasn't that nervous because Steve was holding the mic. And it was good, too, because sometimes I would ask a question, and then he would hold the mic by my mouth while he just went into a fucking place where he's scooping honey out of a pot. Fucking creep. And Zakk is talking, and I actually had to move his hand once. Like, the one with the mouth moving and the sound coming out of it? That's the one you hold the mic on.
That happened once. Large grizzly.
Let's go to Kevin in Philly. I guess he's a new fan. Kevin, what's up?
How you doing, guys? I'm just a little curious about the story behind this whole Ramon thing is.
What, buddy?
You don't know who Ramon is?
Oh. I'm telling you, we're getting new listeners every day. That's the weird thing.
All right,
I've been listening for a couple months, and I love you guys, and this is the first time I've ever heard that.
Quickly. Ramon is part of a promo that Steve does for the show. You know those little promos, those little humorous little sound things that are dropped in every so often during the show?
Well, this is nothing like them.
Hey, we can play a quick Ramon promo for you. Listen to this. Hold on. I'm going to play a promo
Rich
for
guy
you.
and his houseboy is what it is. Ramon is the houseboy.
Let me play this, and then we'll explain. Hit it.
That's great.
Welcome to the Opie and Anthony. Ooh, it's in my shoes. Ramon, clean this up.
See? Now he's the rich voice guy that does voiceover work for movies or wherever they need voiceover work, and his houseboy is Ramon, and he does unspeakable things just to satisfy the old man.
Great. Sounds good.
Exactly. You know, Kevin, I'm with you.
That is the perfect reaction. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
All right.
Sounds good on paper.
And your next question should be, I listened to the show. Why?
Can you pay for those cell phone minutes?
All right, Kevin. Yeah, really, right. All right. Anything else from the Zakk Wylde interview we want to play?
Anything else? How about anything at all? It was. I'm telling you, I'm a bad
Anything
interviewer.
with Jimmy on it.
Nah.
Well, there's so much audio. I don't know if we could get to all of it. So I'm
Gotcha.
trying to just
There's
get to
hours
the.
Talks about going with double duty with. He's very respectful towards Ozzy. He talks about a prank he pulled in Philly where he wore a dress with he brought his whole group of guys into a mall in
Group
Philly.
of guys?
Yeah, Zakk loves homo humor.
Yeah, he does.
He lives for
He
gay
does.
humor.
Yeah.
He's a big biker. They love that shit.
And by that you mean the crew.
Yes.
That he
he's
rolls
rolling
with.
with.
Yes.
I'm not going to get out of that one.
They were dressed like bitches.
All right, let's play the audio from the prank here. All right.
You did something in a dress. I don't. It was fucking. It was in Philadelphia. I mean, Kim from YSP was in love with you. Was telling me that you did something in a dress. I don't know what it was. Did you go on stage in a dress, or did you do something in public with a dress? It was really completely uncalled for. And
Something in a
hilarious.
dress. Anything in a dress.
A dress. Anything with a D in it.
Definitely.
Fucking asshole.
Humna, 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 humna.
Just so happy to be communicating. Make myself sick.
I love it.
Humna, humna. Shove for the future.
Dude, I knew it too. I fucking knew this was gonna happen. It was just gonna be. It's fine. I mean,
It's
I'm okay with it.
adorable.
It's not
is what it
adorable.
is.
It's like a big
irritating.
clock right behind it, like whoever he's interviewing in 10 seconds. He will be kicked off this bus. When did you start? When did you start? You play guitar?
You had a dress, you wore a dress, you had bought a dress, something with a dress. It's like on the $25,000 pyramid with Zakk Wylde. Something with a dress, you wore a dress, you had a dress. The things guys like a homo do? Pass. Pass on.
I got to hear the beginning of this again. All right, listen again.
You did something in a dress. I don't. It was fucking. It was in Philadelphia. I mean, Kim from YSP was in love with you. Was telling me that you did something in a dress. I don't know what it was. Did you go on stage in a dress, or did you do something in public with a dress? It was really.
I don't even need the answer. I don't even.
You said dress like 18 times.
Oh, it's awful.
Something in a dress.
Dress.
Zach, what's your address? I need something with a dress.
Oh, God.
And hit the bell every time he says dress. Ready? In this question. I want to try to hear the rest of this.
You did something in a dress. I don't. It was fucking. It was in Philadelphia. I mean, Kim from YSP was in love with you. Was telling me that you did something in a dress. I don't know what it was. Did you go on stage in a dress, or did you do something in public with a dress? It was really completely uncalled for and hilarious.
He tried to, like, reshape that question every time he started to ask it. Like, no, that's not the right approach. Let's try this approach.
I'll try this approach.
Abort! Go to this way. Go this way.
Someone else told me about the dress. No, I knew about the dress. It was hysterical with the dress.
Women wear dresses sometimes, and we... You're a fan of the birdcage.
Oh, is that fantastic?
We're smashing your face. We should have been down there helping out with this whole thing, but
you could hear his little heart pounding.
Oh, he's freaking out.
It was. You kept waiting for them to realize. Wait a minute, you're Jimmy Norton. Go away.
Just leave.
Old Jimmy Norton.
Oh, kept waiting for my professional mask to fall off. You did something in a dress. I don't. It was fucking. It was in Philadelphia. I mean, Kim from YSP was in love with you. Was telling me that you did something in a dress. I don't know what it was. Did you go on stage in a dress, or did you do something in public with a dress? It was really completely uncalled for and hilarious.
See, I think when he goes, it's uncalled for. Oh, fuck, that's going to piss him off. And hilarious.
Uncalled for. And hilarious. Don't hit me. Don't kick me out.
Don't kick me out.
Dress.
Yeah, this is my moment. Don't kick me out,
Every
please.
question I ask has to have a disclaimer. And
I know.
Believe me,
I love it.
I'm a worm.
I absolutely love
it. It is the cutest interview ever, Jimmy.
Awful.
Don't you worry about it.
Tee-hee.
I love this new character, Stuttering Jimmy. Want to hear the answer, or?
Oh, who cares about that?
I know, that's what I'm thinking. Here's Zakk Wylde.
But if it was, I'm sure it was us. If it was definitely gay, I'm sure we pulled it off.
Of course.
You know, when you got guys that are weighing about 265, 250, 245, you know, with dresses that they're bursting out of. And, you know, we got to make sure the dresses are for like a 13-year-old pubescent girl, you know what I mean? So it's like, she hasn't even hit puberty yet, so, you know.
She said you went to a mall. You were in a mall or something like that with a dress, and you had like your chain wallet. She said it was like the most ridiculous thing she'd ever seen.
That's where it was at. Yeah, it was out in
Why are you talking so fast?
Oh my God,
We
it's a
haven't
mile a minute, Jimmy.
Mall. Was it a
Are you
strip
just-
mall? Was it a big mall?
All kidding aside, were you just
Lots of space
freaking?
in this mall.
Were you just freaking out inside? Was your adrenaline just racing through your veins?
I talk a little quickly when I'm
Yeah.
scared, and it was
I'm
it was
scared.
Zakk's bus. Zakk was going on. We did have to press for time with him because his whole family was there. And he did have to go on soon. He was going to do a signing and then go on. So his brother was really cool, but he's like, look, he's got to kind of be quick just because we have a signing and then the show. So I was like, kind of knew that.
And his dad walked on the bus just as we got there, like 2 minutes after we
What
got
a nice
there.
guy his father was too. Hi, boys. You know, just a
His
friendly old
father's
dude. Yeah.
this World War II vet, very cool guy, but all of a sudden Zakk wants to go hang with his family, and we're in there.
Want to ask questions about dresses? He's got family there.
What do you ask Zakk, though? I mean, he played with Ozzy. What am I going to do that's anything remotely interesting? I've been interviewed, so I've had that. I've been on the other side.
Yeah.
And I know that the thing I normally like is I hate when interviewers try to be funny with me. That never fucking makes me laugh. I just want to ask me a question, let me answer when I'm finished, ask the next one, and let me talk until I'm done. That's what I like in an interview.
Well, we missed the obvious. We have to go to John in Jersey. John, go ahead.
Yeah, Norton, you sound like Jonathan Edwards from Crossing Over.
Crossing Over.
I'm getting a D. I'm getting a D.
Getting something. I'm getting a dress. Something with a dress. Does somebody in here wear a dress or had a dress? Did the departed wear a dress? Some type of dress.
Something with a D. Dignity. Does anybody have any? I would really could use a helping.
Oh, is that great?
It's coming in like crazy. He sounds like John Edwards. That's funny. And then Byron. What's up, Byron?
Hey, boys. Hey, Jimmy, I want to know if that's you or Rain Man doing the interview. I'm bunching out.
All right. I got to back up a little bit. I'm going to back up a little bit.
He was just scared, is what everyone's saying.
Of course
Leave Jimmy alone. He was scared.
So, you know. She said you went to a mall. You were in a mall or something like that with a dress, and you had like your chain wallet. She said it was like the most ridiculous thing she'd ever seen.
That's where it was at. Yeah, it was out in Boston, or we were hanging out.
Yeah, but was it a mall?
Something like that.
Sounds
yeah,
like that Chris Farley character.
A bunch of grown men.
That happened. That was awesome.
We made sure.
You wore a dress.
You wore a dress? It was awesome.
But yeah, it was definitely beyond gay. It was a bunch of grown men, and we made sure, we went to like a Victoria's Secret and just got the most insane. No, where you just, I can get you in the smallest stuff that like a 13-year-old will wear.
Oh, of course.
And you're just bursting out of these dresses and everything like that. It was
Good,
awesome.
you just gave him an idea. Thank
No,
13-year-old at Victoria's Secret. That's nice.
Yeah. All right. Are we done with Zakk Wylde, do you think? Anything else that comes to mind here, guys?
Great.
No, I think that's it. I think he was just really. You realize that he's very respectful towards Ozzy. So if Ozzy asked him to come back and stop doing what he was doing, he'd go and do it. And
in a second.
Yeah.
In a second.
And they're doing really well, man.
Jimmy, anything else you want us to play from that?
No, it's fun, man. It was just he's fun to have in the studio because he's just an animal. He's a fucking animal.
We must save those. Go through the questions.
Oh, no, we got tons more. We got the Bill Ward interview, the Tony Iommi interview, and then we got some more of the Bill Burr stuff.
I got to say...
best thing I got people to do PSAs.
That I want to hear. Yeah.
All right.
PSAs.
Should we take a quick break? What do you got there?
I was just going to say, these guys, we obviously play only small clips, Bill Ward gave us over 30 minutes total. Iommi, who was the shortest, gave us almost 10 minutes, and Geezer 17 minutes. These guys gave us a lot of time. And I got a plea from Sanctuary Records, Kevin, how do you say, is it Chairmate?
Chermonte.
Chermonte fucking hooked this whole thing up. You can't get near Sabbath on show days, and he used all of his powers and all of his skills.
All of your skills.
And he was there for us the whole time, man. Kevin, thank you so much for helping us at Sanctuary.
It sounds like you had a great time.
Dude, it was fucking...
Dream come true.
Between all the guys at Jaeger, Adam at Jaeger that helped us, all the people at Clear Channel that got us passes and passed all the guards, the security guys, everything fell into place as it should have.
First time it ever actually all worked.
Yeah.
It never always works, and at this time, everybody was on the ball and fucking helped us.
Always getting screwed, always walking on eggshells.
Except for that one cunt.
Well,
right.
Yeah, the guy and the girl, but they, in fairness to them, they were young and they didn't know any better, but the guys with the gray shirts, Dan and Mike...
We'll take a break and we'll get into Jimmy Norton interviewing Bill Ward and Tony Iommi after the break. How's that? And I don't know where the geezer is.
It's not cut up yet. It's not cut up.
Oh, it's not cut up? All right. Did we get pictures of you in your outfit for Ozzfest? That's worth...
Where's my outfit for Ozzfest?
With your big shorts?
Oh, my high socks.
Are you wearing your big shorts yesterday?
I know, but I was just... It was going to be hot.
Did you have on one of those studded... a falcon's gonna land on my forearm, Judas Priest.
Oh, like that fucking Big J, that fatso. Stop trying to look like you're fucking a biker, Jay.
I know. We drove away in like a caravan too. That's the funniest thing.
He drives a Saturn. Fucking,
I never heard it
Dressed
put
like
that
a biker.
way. Like a falcon's gonna land on your arm.
Yeah, you need that.
You do wonder what the hell that's all about.
you know, you
How
pull it off,
comfy Jimmy
it's
looks.
sweaty and it smells.
Yeah, there's pictures from Ozzfest with Jim Norton and Bill Burr and
Get that
Martina
calf.
Steve. It's up on opieandanthony.com, foundrymusic.com. There you go. Jim patiently waiting for his interview.
I would like to paint the back of your calf black and watch it march 70 miles to mate. Nothing?
I liked it.
No one was near the mics. Damn it.
Joke.
I liked it.
Sounded like a bomb.
All right, here we go.
As long as it sounds like a bomb, you might as well put it in the bomb.
Billy has to go, so we got to play this stuff because I do have big calves.
Yes, you do.
All right, Bill Burr from Ozzfest yesterday. Is this you with the drunken O&A fans?
Just do the ones with the
Well, this is a quick
interviewing like.
This is a quickie, and then we'll.
Okay.
Can I do Bob Shepard? Sure. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Now, batting. Number 79, Pat Battle. Number 79. Oh, that party rock! Fuck Howard Stern! Where's Ben's big hog? Yo, where's Nathaniel, yo?
Oh, my
Every
God.
day- every day on XM Radio, cash up my niggas, Opie and Anthony. Shake it up, hang it up, man, beauty man, shake it up, shake it up.
You should have seen the film on this one guy's tongue.
Really?
Oh,
And it's just
like he had
just
rubbed
the whitest
Elmer's
just
glue on his
I
tongue.
literally, I was 10 feet away and I just started taking steps backwards.
Yeah,
when he
you
did-
don't want that
it's
flying
disgusting.
out at you.
You know what you should have done? You should have scraped your fingernail along the back of the tongue and then sniffed it.
Oh,
God damn, stop it.
That is funny.
I could not be happier that during that very moment that was happening, I was locked in my house. I was home. I was nowhere near that place. The last people I want to hang out with are the people you just heard from, those fans of ours.
I don't know. They sound like fun.
That sounded
good
like
eggs.
a hot, stinking mess to
Oh,
be.
yeah.
in.
He had like a receding hairline and it was just bright red.
All burnt.
Oh, it just burned. He's like, oh, they fucking rock.
Just
like,
drunk. And, hey, who was that? Wow, that was a nice one.
Yeah, there's some nice wow shots.
Wow, that was actually
As
from,
part of the Ozzfest
from the
picture.
view I have here. Let me see.
Very nice.
That's not bad at all.
very good.
Who was that connected to?
Was that the Jaeger tent? Can you see?
I love the
A lot of
girls.
bloods.
I love the. It's Whip 'em Out Wednesday today, by the way. I love the girls at WoW, and they had the cigarettes still in their hand.
Oh, the cigarettes there, the drinks in
and
the other
they're-
hand.
and they're in mid puff, so their face is all fucked up, right? And they show you
The picture
show you a
snaps
little
when they're doing
something, something. Right.
move out of the side of their mouth.
It's great.
They look like Popeye. They got one eye shut.
It's awesome. RateMyWow.com is another website where you can see girls flashing, but that's a nice set right there.
Good job.
And can I say, somebody mentioned Hooters girls. Nothing bugs me more than when a bunch of Hooters girls show up to an event and just do nothing but don't act sexy.
You know you're getting nothing.
Nothing.
With those bad 70s shorts, the stockings over their legs that are flesh-covered plastic. You can't even see through them. They are the thickest stockings, and they're made to make their legs look tan. None of their leg shows through those things.
We've talked many times on the show. They got to update the uniforms at Hooters.
They're
What are they
awful.
waiting for?
And they have
people to stop showing up.
apparently so.
Morons keep going in there.
They keep going.
They think it's
thinking
edgy
they're
for
gonna
a
get
business
something.
lunch. Like,
Yeah.
let's go to Hooters. and
Go to
go
hey, don't tell the boss.
All right, we're going to lose Bill Burr soon, so let's get back into this. Mark from a Dozen Furies?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right.
All right, what's up? It's Bill Burr. I'm standing here with the guys from Dozen Furies. How do you guys think your set went today?
I think it went really well, man. I mean, it's probably been the hottest day so far in the whole tour, but, you know, we're Texas boys. We're used to the heat, so get up there and do our thing, man.
So you guys are like brand new? You guys have won like a contest or something to get on this?
Yeah, I mean, we won a contest to be on the show. I mean, to be on the tour, but you know, we've been a band for about 2 years now, been touring on our own and doing our own thing, and you know, this was pretty much just a blessing and a big step forward for us.
All right, definitely a blessing. How well?
This is what I'm trying to get these guys to say some fucked up like what you do on tour, and these guys are covered in tattoos. They all look like Mick Mars,
Yeah.
from Motley Crue, and they just are like the nicest guy. Like, everything is a blessing. Everything.
Blessing to be here.
I noticed that at the last Ozzfest.
God willing, we'll go on for the next tour.
Watch how I'll try to angle it towards some sort of smut, and they just keep going back to the church.
I remember that when we did the Ozzfest thing, and they're eating vegetarian meals backstage, tofu, and drinking a little green tea. It's like, what? You're all tatted up.
They watched behind the music. They saw what
happens. Meanwhile, you listen behind them.
It's definitely a contrast.
Soundtrack to Hell is playing. There's something going on in the background that just listen to the music.
How well do people know you here? So far, it's been great. I mean, we've done 2 signings, and they've been packed, and tons of kids.
What's the biggest asshole crowd you guys have been in front of? Just been like, fuck you, you're the opening band?
None yet, man. They've all been really cool. I think, like, they came out not expecting, like, us to do what we actually do. You know, everybody thought we were just going to be some MTV show band and stuff like that, but it turns out, you know, everybody's like, man, you guys blew us away. And it's really cool. Like, there's a lot of support from the fans and shit, so, I mean, really cool.
Oh, that's cool. Hey, you're the drummer, right?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever, like, went to throw the drumsticks in the crowd and some dude was pissing you off, so you kind of, rather than tossed it, just fucking threw it at him?
Not really, man. It's just
Nah.
Look out there. So many people.
No, it could put an eye out, and we wouldn't do things like that.
I make sure it's a rubber tip.
Yes, we have special styrofoam drumsticks that we throw out so as not to injure any of our loving fans. Wow, they were not biting.
Even these hardcore bands have become PC.
We're the MTV.
Oh, it gets even better. I started as far as like.
Look out there. So many people. It's hard to really focus on one person. So you know, it's
who gets the most pussy.
None of us. We're all taken, man.
We're in loving relationships with lovely women.
It's just the most anti rock and roll band.
Yeah, we're all
good.
We're
Jesus
all good
Christ.
boys, dude.
You guys are the tattoos. I'm figuring it's just going to be maniac going back there. You guys are all committed.
Oh, we're all committed.
Anybody got a baby on the way you want to announce?
Singer's got a daughter already. So yeah.
What's her name?
Madison.
Madison. That's a beautiful.
And the names of their kids are even safe. Madison.
Destined for a poll, though. If you name your kid Madison.
You know what Zakk named his son?
What?
Hendrix.
Hendrix?
Jimi Hendrix.
Really?
What a fucking animal.
He's still the real deal.
He's an animal.
But these newer bands, you know, Billy,
just trying.
Beautiful.
Trying. I got him to do a PSA though in the end.
What's her name?
Madison.
That's a beautiful name. Hey, we're doing a skin cancer awareness thing here on Opie and Anthony. So if you guys could just say something to make the kids aware about skin cancer, just wing it, anything. Throw a couple of fucks in there. So the kids will listen to it, you know?
Dude, we are out in the sun all day long, every day, and we put on sunblock probably like 5 times throughout the day, man. You know, you gotta take care of yourself, you gotta take care of your skin.
Start over again, just throw a couple of fucks in there. Seriously. Yeah, they're crazy over there. Man, start over again, alright? Just say for, skin cancer awareness.
Alright, man, we're fucking cod fags, and we put on a lot of sunblock. Fuck. Yeah. We're out in the fucking sun all day long, man. It's just fucking beats down on you, and dude, you gotta fucking take care of it, dude. You gotta wear sunblock, you gotta wear it over and over again. Especially you want to keep the tattoos fresh, dude.
You need to tighten it up. Just tighten it up real quick,
Wear your fucking sunblock.
Bitches. All right, guys.
All right, listen.
Bravo.
What a
fucking
great
angle.
idea.
Make them do
with each band. Because I had no idea what they were, so with each band I just made whatever the PSA was more ridiculous, and just always had them like throw a couple of fucks in there.
Yeah, because the kids.
Yeah, the kids, they're crazy. Something with a little rock and roll attitude.
I gotta say, going into that, I was like, audio from a band called the Dozen Furies. Who cares? That was really interesting on a lot of levels.
Oh, they
good job, Bill Burr.
Thwarted me. You ever have an orgy? More just like one-on-one, a connection with somebody. I gotta have feelings.
Very monogamous. On our relationships.
They're just not living that rock and roll lifestyle
Nope.
anymore. We noticed that at the last
their
Ozzfest.
whole arms are
no, I
covered.
understand. I understand. They got all
They're
the
looking the part.
They got the piercings, the
They're
tattoos.
sending mixed messages.
Yes.
All right. What about this band, Shadows Fall?
Yeah, same shit. I just would ask them questions and would go nowhere, and then I just have them do a PSA.
Yeah, well, we got to listen until we get to the PSA. It's Brian from Shadows Fall.
Yo, what's up? It's Bill Burr, Opie and Anthony Show. I'm talking to Brian Fair from Shadows Fall. Great set, man. How'd you feel about it?
Oh, it's been awesome, man. The whole Ozzfest is just incredible, man. Sharing a stage with Maiden and Sabbath doesn't get any better than that.
Let me ask you this: how the hell do you sing like that for so long? I mean, I yelled at my dad like that for about 20 minutes one time. I couldn't talk for 3 days.
Yeah, I'm used to it for yelling at my girlfriend that much. You know, so it builds it up. You got to build the strength. You know.
Oh, you know what? We're gonna do that drop right now. You know what's good? Glad you brought that up. We had Open Anthony's doing like a thing for like domestic violence awareness. Yeah, somebody kicked the shit out of their girlfriend in like Newark or something. So yeah, so just ad lib some sort of drop and not do domestic violence to your girlfriend or whatever, and you know it's kind of weird, but toss a couple of F-bombs in there just because our listeners are retarded. So, but just try to keep the good message.
So just say this private show's fall and something or what?
Yeah, just don't beat up your girlfriend. And just, you know.
Oh no! This is such a great gag.
You rock, Phil.
Oh. Domestic violence.
You're gonna have to come back and redo this new gag, right? This is your thing.
So just say this private show's fall and something or what?
Yeah, just don't beat up your girlfriend and just, you know, fucking don't beat up your girlfriend or something like that.
What's up? This is Brian from Shadows Fall. Man, you gotta stop punching your girlfriend out there. Save that shit for the bedroom. You know, that's where it's at, but don't take it to the streets.
Okay, do it again. Just throw like one fuck in there. I swear to God, they're idiots.
What's up? This is Brian from Shadows Fall. Just say it. Stop hitting your fucking girlfriend, you idiots. All right, save the violence for the bedroom.
All right, cool. All right, man. So where do you guys go from here?
After this, where the hell are we tomorrow? We're 2 days here, and then we got. I don't even know where we go.
I don't even know.
I get the bus, and they bring me where I gotta be.
That's hilarious. What do you think about playing out here in the parking lot? Do you think it was gonna be more like a seated area? Because I know I did. I was kind of like.
We're on the main stage, so that's it. I like the parking lot vibe actually better because there's no seats in the way. Kids can go crazy. That's the thing. You know, we're gonna be playing with there's seats, so it's a little different, but you know, it works out.
How long you guys been a band for?
Almost 10 years actually now.
Oh, good deal. You got a new album or anything coming up? The War Within, right?
The War Within's been out for a little while. We're going to be doing one more tour after Ozzfest and then working on a new record, so keep an eye out for that.
Dude, that's awesome. Well, always keep us posted, man. Thanks a lot. Thanks for that domestic violence drop. No problem. All right, cool, man. Thank you.
Very nice. Shit, is that funny? Don't beat up your fucking girlfriend. Yeah, F-bombs. They're idiots.
Save it for the bedroom.
Save it for the bedroom. What? Punch her in the bedroom. Oh, God damn, is that funny?
That's really good. We got one more here from Peter from In Flames.
Yeah, these guys.
Hey, what's up? It's Bill Burr, Opie and Anthony Show. You know that because you're listening to this shit. I'm with the bass player from In Flames, Peter Iwers. Hey, how was your set today, man?
It's going to be fine. We haven't played yet. But
you haven't played yet? All right, we need to start that again so I don't look like I...
You hear that? You go,
no,
yeah.
Fuck it. Just keep going, man. I'm like a retarded... I got no reference there. So how do you think your set's going to go tonight? You looking forward? Are you on the main stage?
Yeah.
Are you over there?
I think it's going to go great. I mean, it's we always put in 150%, and you know, it's a bit different playing from for sitting down crowd, but still it's going to be great. So far, all the shows have been amazing, so I'm pretty sure today will be as well.
So you guys are like your vibe? You come more mellow, melodic? Is that like how you guys are?
I think we're metal. It's, you know, it's hard to categorize us into one thing, basically. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So you're not like Iron Maiden meets, you know, like pitch movies and stuff. You like Iron Maiden meets.
I guess we could say that, but it would be unfair probably to just categorize it into one. You know, I don't like that. We're metal band.
All right, that's cool, man. That's cool. How long you guys been playing?
A long time now, since I think it's like 12 years something. The band's been
like 12 years. Out of everybody in the band, if you had to kill someone, who would you kill?
Myself.
You'd kill yourself? The road's starting to get to you?
No, but I mean, wouldn't be fair to the others otherwise. Choose one.
Oh, God.
That's just no one would go with it.
No one wants to commit.
Wouldn't be fair to the others.
Ugh.
Wouldn't be fair to the others otherwise. Choose one.
I like this guy. This guy, I can tell you're like the peacekeeper in the band, right? You're like the mellow one. Listen, man, we're also doing, this is kind of a side thing. We're kind of doing this this benefit. Somebody beat up a special needs kid in, like, Newark. And so we just want you to just say, you know, just give a shout out to the kids so they know not to beat up somebody with, like, you know, special needs, you know? So just, you know, just say, like, you know, hey, guys, you know, it's not cool to beat up with somebody just because they're different or whatever, you know? Just, you know, just like a quick kind of like a soundbite. And it's kind of weird, but throw a couple of, you know, fucks in there just because our fans are kind of retarded, you know what I mean? So you need to, like, like rock and roll, you know? So just wing it.
Hey, guys, this is Peter from Flames. You should treat everybody equally and don't beat anybody up or do something bad to them just because they're different. Everybody's the same.
Okay, that's totally the perfect vibe. Just throw in special needs and throw in like 1 or 2 fucks. The F word. Yeah, it's kind of, like I said, they're retarded.
Same thing again, or what?
Yeah.
Hey, this is Peter from Flames. Treat everybody the same way, even people who have special needs and everything like that. Don't fucking go and do any bullshit and start beating people up because they're different. Treat everybody the same, dude.
That's beautiful. And the kid's name is Russell. Just give him a shout out. Same thing, a couple of fucks. He's a big metal fan, so it'd mean a lot to him. That's the kid who got beat up, Russell, from Newark.
Hey, Russell, how the fuck you doing? Sorry you can't be here today, and just take care of yourself, man. See you soon.
All right, dude, that's beautiful, man. Thank you so much, and good luck tonight.
That's beautiful. Holy shit. You are insane. I love how in the same breath.
I wish you could have seen the looks on their face as they're trying to wrap their fucking head around the concept.
I don't doubt it. I love how in the same breath you're saying this poor special needs kid, yeah, our listeners are fucking retarded. They use this archaic term like retarded. Oh,
wow, Bill, that's great.
Yeah, that was great. Just add special needs and throw a fuck in there.
Throw a couple of fucks
and
in
they
there.
just do it.
Say hi to Russell. Obnoxious Drown the Clown guy. What's this about?
This guy was one of the funniest acts I've ever seen. He was, what's it called? Drown the Clown. You basically, the Dunkin' stool?
Yeah, dunking
So
booth
some
thing.
guy is sitting there in this clown mask, and he's just trashing these people. Half of them are fucking, totally old jokes. But he says, hey, look at the white trash people. You fucking loser. And then he just had this maniacal laugh, like the clown. And then he just go, at the end of it. It was so fucking obnoxious. He got some skinny kid. He kept calling him a crackhead. And this dude is literally walking behind where you throw the balls, like, go, come on down from the stool. Come on down from the stool.
He wanted to kick his ass.
He would get these people so mad, and there would be 20 of them. And he'd get them so mad, but by the time that they actually, dunked him, they would all start giving the finger, going, yeah, fuck you! Fuck you! You might need video on this one. I don't know.
Let's take a listen. It's Obnoxious Drown the Clown guy.
There he is.
Oh, look at this guy. Hey, buddy, you want a milk crate to stand on? What do you want to be when you get older? 5 feet? Short people got nobody. Short people got nobody. They got. That's awful, buddy. You look a little wet.
All right, and then he's taunting him. Look a little wet. I'm not short. All pissed.
Here's Obnoxious Drown the Clown guy. I guess a chick with no boobs was in the area, huh?
Hey, Blondie, I know you love me, you just don't know it yet. Oh, baby, doll. You been to CBGB's before? Yeah. You know why I can read your shirt? Because you're a carpenter's dream. Flat as a board and easy to screw. Hey, buddy, you better get her back to the pound. The feeding time's over. It's kibbles and bits time. Kibbles and bits, kibbles and bits. I'm gonna get me some kibbles and bits. Come on, play the game, losers. Hey, sweetheart, I got one more joke for you. Sweetie, hey, G.I. Jane, look at me. You got such beautiful blonde hair. Why'd you dye the roots black?
This shit was just old jokes. Just fucking the most horrendous jokes, and you just had that.
He sounds like Keith Robinson. He laughs at me.
I love this guy. An obnoxious asshole.
Oh, if you could have seen these fucking people standing around, how they're all sunburned. There was one dude, he had he was completely bald on top, and he had a hat on. And I don't know if he lost his hat, but his face was like Puerto Rican brown, right? And then his fucking head was totally white. Look at this loser! Look at your fucking head! And he's just screaming at him. And this fucking guy is just losing. Yeah, look at my head! Look at my head! Fuck you! And then they would try to throw the balls even fucking harder, and they're missing by 20 feet. Yeah. And every ball they throw, he's like,
Oh, what an asshole.
It was literally a better job than stand-up in a way.
Yeah.
You didn't have to just fucking sit there in a goddamn parking lot. You don't have to do an act. You just fucking irritate people.
Just taunt people, and it doesn't matter how bad they try to heckle you back.
We got more from the Obnoxious Drown the Clown guy.
What are you talking about, SA? What are they SA? Hey, buddy, I know you ain't got a green card. You got a bean card.
This dude's like Mexican.
I love that laugh. Can we isolate that? I want that on my machine.
He the worst.
Get that on my machine. All right, another loser that he was making fun of here.
Run. What are you going to do? Look. See you later, loser.
Dude, we were standing out there for like 6 hours, and you heard that laugh like every 3 seconds.
Oh.
People in the Jaeger tent like, I'm going to fucking kill it. I put my head on the pillow, and that's all I hear is that guy laughing.
What are you doing, you bonehead? Throw the ball. Come on, you loser.
Give me the second part of it, though.
Oh, he wouldn't do the laugh. He could only do the laugh when he was
When
up
he's
on
sitting
the,
there.
Yeah.
He probably doesn't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
The part. Psychopath.
You know what you look like with that red shirt on?
This is Big
You
J.
look like a fire truck. Coming through. Woo! Come on, fat boy. Put some weight into it. Knock me over. It takes 2 women to hug 'em and a U-Haul to lug 'em.
Oh, my God. I'm going to do that all day, that laugh now. Just walk down the street. We got to get that guy on the show. How do we get a hold of that guy?
Ass.
We need him on the show.
Drown the clown.
We need him at the next road show, man. Well,
Yeah.
we're starting to put together our first anniversary show.
Someone says it's nice
A
to
live
see
show.
Colin Quinn getting work.
You wouldn't have understood the taunts, though? Something ironic.
You know?
Oh, wow.
I was doing a gig in Wildwood many years ago. I was probably 3 years in the business, and some guy was heckling me, and he just wrecked me.
Really?
I talked to him after the show, and he's really a cool guy, and it was one of those guys. It was one of those fucking...
Oh,
Duncan
really?
guys,
Yeah,
he's
some
a
of them,
funny
like
bastard,
that
man.
guy, pretty good at it. It doesn't matter how old the jokes are.
No.
It doesn't matter. You say it with the right attitude, it's going to work. You're going to piss people off. It's fantastic.
Oh, yeah, that. If you're completely uninhibited and you're not going to shut up, you'll win every time.
Yeah.
Very funny stuff. Bill, you got to leave or are you staying?
I can hang till a little bit after 10.
All right, cool. We'll take a
For
break.
my wacky sitcom audition.
We'll continue with the Ozzfest audio. Was that it for you?
Wacky.
I mean, you did a great job. Do we?
Yeah, I think that was all I had.
I mean, you gave us great stuff.
Got to hear some more Jimmy.
Yeah, we got Jimmy on the way interviewing Bill Ward and Tony Iommi. Stay there. We also have more audio from Ozzfest with little Jimmy Norton.
Aww.
A lot of requests coming in, and they want the Bill Burr PSA thing.
Get the dress.
They want us to replay the Bill Burr PSA thing, so as soon as we get that, we'll play it for you, okay?
Jimmy 4 times.
We're back with the Opie and Anthony program. Ozzfest, yes. You know what? Got rave reviews about Bill Burr at Ozzfest with Jimmy Norton. Rave reviews about Jimmy's audio as well, by the way. We want to play the PSA stuff one more time.
Hilarious.
Right.
This stuff is really, really freaking funny. And you want to set this up as I get in the player here?
Bill Burr went to Ozzfest with little Jimmy and Steve. And he had a tape recorder. He had a DAT recorder and interviewed some people, some bands. And he noticed that the bands weren't as... They didn't really have the rock attitude, you know? You ask them cool rock questions about the tour bus and chicks and the drugs. And they just kind of like, well, no, we don't do that. We kind of hang. We're kind of, family guys or mellow. Or
One guy had a kid and he's singing death metal songs.
Yeah.
It turns out a lot of these guys are now just a bunch of posers in the music industry.
Yeah.
Playing the role they think they're supposed to be playing.
Mm-hmm. So we started asking him to do these PSAs for things that didn't really exist for our show.
Because the interviews were, they were pretty much whatever type of interviews.
Uh-huh.
And Bill decided to turn it around and have some fun with these guys. So he interviews the guy from Dozen Furies, Mark, and asked him to do this PSA for us because we're very concerned about some things going on in the world. Listen to this.
All right, what's up? It's Bill Burr. I'm standing here with the guys from Dozen Furies. Hey, we're doing a skin cancer awareness thing here on Opie and Anthony. So if you guys could just say something to make, the kids aware about skin cancer. Just wing it, anything. Throw a couple of fucks in there so the kids will listen to it,
Dude, we are out in the sun all day long, every day, and we put on sunblock probably like 5 times throughout the day, man. You got to take care of yourself. You got to take care of your skin.
Start over again. Just throw a couple of fucks in there. Seriously. Yeah, they're crazy over there. Man, start over again. All right, just say for, skin cancer awareness.
All right, man, we're fucking cockbags, and we put on a lot of sunblock. Fuck. Yeah. We're out in the fucking sun all day long, man. It's just fucking beats down on you, and dude, you gotta fucking take care of it, dude. You gotta wear sunblock, you gotta wear it over and over again. Especially you want to keep the tattoos fresh, dude.
You need to tighten it up. Just tighten it up, real quick, just real quick.
Wear your fucking sunblock.
All right, guys.
I love that. The next one is Byron from Shadows Fall.
Yo, what's up? It's Bill Burr, Opie and Anthony Show. I'm talking to Brian Fair from Shadows Fall. Opie and Anthony's doing like a thing for like domestic violence awareness. Yeah, somebody kicked the shit out of their girlfriend in like Newark or something. So yeah, so just ad-lib some sort of drop to not do domestic violence to your girlfriend or whatever, and it's kind of weird, but toss a couple of F-bombs in there just because our listeners are retarded, so but just try to keep the good message.
So just say this Brian from Shadows Fall and something or what?
Yeah, just don't beat up your girlfriend, and just, fucking don't beat up your girlfriend or something like that.
What's up, this is Brian from Shadows Fall. Man, you gotta stop punching your girlfriend out there. Save that shit for the bedroom. That's where it's at, but don't take it to the streets.
Okay, do it again. Just throw like one fuck in there. I swear to God, they're idiots.
What's up, this is Brian from Shadows Fall. Just say, stop hitting your fucking girlfriend, you idiots. All right, save the violence for the bedroom.
All right, cool. All right, man.
People will do anything you ask them with a mic. If you have a mic, they'll do whatever you ask.
Yeah.
Keep it in the bedroom? What was he even talking about?
I have no
idea. It's okay
idea.
to punch your girl in the bedroom? Hell of a PSA.
And finally, Peter from In Flames.
Hey, what's up? It's Bill Burr, Opie and Anthony Show. You know that because you're listening to this shit. I'm with the bass player from In Flames, Peter Iwers. Listen, man, we're also doing, this is kind of a side thing. We're kind of doing this benefit. Somebody beat up a special needs kid in, like, Newark. And so we just want you to just say, just give a shout out to the kids so they know not to beat up somebody with, like, special needs, So just, just say, like, hey guys, it's not cool to beat up with somebody just because they're different or whatever, Just like a quick kind of like a soundbite. And it's kind of weird, but throw a couple of fucks in there just because our fans are kind of retarded, you know what I mean? So you need to just make them like rock and roll, Yeah, sure. So just wing it.
Hey guys, this is Peter from In Flames. You should treat everybody equally and don't beat anybody up or do something bad to them just because they're different. Everybody's the same.
Okay, that's totally the perfect vibe. Just throw in special needs and throw in like 1 or 2 fucks. The F word. Yeah, it's kind of, like I said, they're retarded.
Same thing again, or what?
Yeah.
Hey, this is Peter from In Flames. Treat everybody the same way, even people who have special needs and everything like that. Don't fucking go and do any bullshit and start beating people up because they're different. Treat everybody the same, dude.
That's beautiful. And the kid's name is Russell. Just give him a shout out. Same thing, couple of fucks. He's a big metal fan, so it mean a lot to him. That's the kid who got beat up, Russell from Newark.
Hey Russell, how the fuck you doing? Sorry you can't be here today, and just take care of yourself, man. See you soon.
All right, dude, that's beautiful, man. Thank you so much, and good luck tonight.
Russell.
Bravo, Bill.
And he says retarded.
I know.
The fans are retarded. He's a special needs kid. He's being, beat up and stuff. That's not cool. And throw in a fuck because our listeners are retarded.
And he picks the whitest name in the blackest city.
Yeah.
That's classic. Let's go to Chris on whackbag.com.
Can I say one more thing? One of the fucking hilarious thing he was talking about was the clown.
Oh, yeah.
The clown audio he had, it was really...
The clown in the dunking booth who would just
really
taunt
great.
people. And had that
Hey,
laugh.
guys.
The more you heard the laugh, the funnier it got.
Yes, Chris.
What's going on? Hey, I got 2 quick ones for Jimmy there.
Yes.
Jimmy, first thing, happy birthday. I hope you have a nice birthday today.
Thank you, man. It's been okay so far. I'm really sleepy today, but
it's
looking like
not your birthday.
It is.
Jimmy, second thing. I was just wondering if anyone blew you off yesterday. You had a lot of these great interviews, and I really think you did a great job talking to some legends that you admired all your life. But did anyone blow you off?
No, they were scheduled, actually. The interviews I did were scheduled. They were the Geezer, Bill, Tony, and Zakk, and we were trying to get Bruce Dickinson, but we just couldn't get his family there. So, no, they were all very cool.
Oh, that's cool. All right, guys, punching out. Jimmy, again, happy birthday.
So obnoxious.
Animal.
You ever see Carney with Gary Busey when he played one of those guys?
Oh, yeah.
That was a great flick.
A long time ago. I haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah. Now he's
I bet
a
it doesn't
babbling
hold up.
idiot on Celebrity Fit Club.
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question. Steve just wrote this.
What?
Jada Pinkett, he said, kind of blew us off.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I don't know if it was her or her publicist.
We knew you wouldn't get Jada Pinkett.
I know.
Well, I think, to be honest with you, I think what was happening...
Jada Pinkett Smith.
It's just a bad... It's probably... I hear she's actually good. I mean, I'd love to say she stinks, but I heard she's actually good. But it's just a weird combination of Ozzfest. I heard she's been kind of having a tough time, and they've been giving her shit, the fans. Yeah. So she did a few songs. I guess she's discouraged, and she's probably not doing any press because of that. But the way publicists spin it, I know it's their job, but she's like, well, she's not doing any presses early in the tour. I'm like, I mean, I'm not a big star, but I've done enough things where you do press early in the tour. What do you do at the end of the tour to go, thanks for not coming?
Right.
You try to get people into the shows. So you do press at the beginning of the tour.
Yeah,
Jada didn't want to talk.
She's bombing, obviously.
She's not being very well received by the hardcore metal fans.
What does she do? What kind of music?
She's got a rock band with some of the guys in Fishbone.
Do we have a sample?
No, that's the thing. We don't. She doesn't.
We don't even have a sample of her music.
The story is that Sharon Osbourne saw her band at some club or cafe in Los Angeles and brought her on board, but it's horseshit.
Man, I think Sharon Osbourne is losing it a little bit.
Well, you got to pay to be in the festival.
Yeah, bands are required. The second stage acts need to pay $100,000 to be on the festival. So
all right,
that's how the labels pony
Are
up
you
the cash.
kidding me?
No.
Now who gets that money?
Sharon Osbourne's company.
Sharon, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
You think this is a good thing, Jimmy?
Sure. Look, I mean, what it does for bands, it can blow you up. It can make you a huge...
Yeah, a lot of bands have been made on Ozzfest.
Yeah. How about throwing them a bone and letting them perform and not have to cough up $100,000 fucking dollars?
That might be the only way to... it's a very costly thing.
Look, I understand how much you love the Osbournes and Sharon and everything, but that is one of the most cocksucker fucking moves I've ever heard of.
But Anthony was in a band.
For a band to have to shell out that kind of cake to get on the bill. You know something? Then fuck it. Don't have local bands or don't have unsigned bands, or have them and pick and choose based on their talent who gets to go on the tour, and just let them tour.
Now you're just
what
gonna
the fuck is this pay to play?
Now you're just going to have bands that are rich enough to pay the price just to play.
And if you can, great. That's
and then
fine
there's bands
for you.
that don't have the backing. Those are the bands that are going to suffer. Maybe those are the bands that are more talented.
That's a cock move for somebody who's rolling in the money also. Well, maybe if you needed to supplement your income, maybe that could be an excuse. For a family like the Osbournes that have plenty of fucking money, and this just goes along with everything that I've heard about her. It's all about the cash with her, all about making a buck off of Ozzy, his name, his history, and now bands that want to tour with him.
The logic is, and I understand, I'm not arguing that point, but the point is, when you think of the cost of a video, videos are huge, and to spend $1 million making a video that might never get played versus a tenth of that money to go out
get played. None of these videos are being played these days.
Versus 1/10 that cost to get out on a national tour where you will be seen.
Still reeks of something.
It's $100,000 for a record label, but it's like how many shows do you do? How many? That what I mean? It's like it averages out. If you average it out to the show, it's not that much per show for a record label to pay.
How about you just give these young bands a break without making
what happened to the fucking break?
It might not be about the bands. It might be about the record. Maybe the record labels were scumbags. Maybe the record labels were twats. I don't know. But I mean, it's like why else would the label agree to do it if it wasn't a huge advantage for the label? Why would they do it?
All right, I'll look into this. Yeah. I don't know all the facts, but on the outside right here, it kind of looks a little fishy. I don't think that's right at all. Jesus.
Yeah, because it's not like they're taking these independent bands and just raping them for everything they got. These are probably the labels probably push certain bands, and maybe we're blackmailing them. We'll give you so and so if you put so and so. I know comedy people do that shit.
Yeah.
So maybe it was like, well, fuck this. You're gonna pay to get this band on then because you're blackmailing us to get this one. You know what I mean?
Would you appreciate if young up and coming comics could hook up with a tour if they had to pay huge amounts of money?
But it's a totally different business because once you do material, it's kind of blown joke-wise, whereas music is not. Like again, Stairway to Heaven you could do for 30 years. You can't do the same joke for 30 years. It's a different thing.
It's also the overhead to put these shows on. I mean, some of the guys backstage at Ozzfest were explaining the economics of it. It is so expensive to cart around 600 people from city to city to set up and break down these bands.
But here's the deal. It's supposed to be paid for in the people that come to see the fucking show. It's supposed to be put together that it's an entertaining show full of people that other people want to see, They go touring. The public pays to see them. It's called a successful tour. It's been done that way for years.
Maybe the second stage bands are basically paying their own expenses in a way, because you don't look, not to knock those bands, there's some great music there, but the main stage is what draws everybody. It's Maiden, it's Sabbath, it's Shadows Fall, it's Mudvayne. Those are the ones.
How long is the tour?
I don't know. It's long.
10 weeks.
Yeah, it's
10 weeks.
long.
I could eat for a lot less than 100 G's for 10 weeks. For paying my way.
I'm saying with the trucks, maybe that's the only. Maybe that justifies the second stage. I don't know. I'm just like, maybe all right, they pay for it. We'll give you the showcase.
It just seems selfish and greedy.
Yeah, probably.
That's
to a certain
what I'm
degree.
seeing.
I mean, it is a business, but I mean,
I don't know. I'll look into it.
Yeah, I don't know enough.
I'm going to research.
All right. Jada's band has clips on website, by the way.
Oh, they do?
Oh, yeah?
That must be new.
It's not new. It's been there for 3 years.
According to John in Connecticut. John?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
Jada Pinkett Smith. Wicked Dreams is the name of the band,
No,
and
it's
if you
not.
go to her website, they have
Wicked
all
Wisdom.
the sound clips from her CD.
Oh, Wicked Wisdom. I think Eric might be on it,
Oh,
actually.
yeah, Wicked Wisdom, yeah.
Because that's up on his screen right now, and he left the studio, so he's probably trying
And
to find a
she's
clip
awful.
for us.
Really?
I haven't seen any
What
of it.
type of music is it?
It's like a hip-hop,
Is it
metal, kind of a fusion. That's what I heard. I haven't seen it.
But she doesn't have a deal.
Does she do Parents Just Don't Understand?
The metal version?
Yeah.
Jeremiah, what's up?
Can I interrupt you?
Hold
on, Jeremiah.
2 seconds.
One thing about Will Smith, because I used to like, Girls of the World, whatever. It was years ago. It was a great
When you
rap.
were into your hip-hop phase?
Aye, man. And
I like Summertime.
Summertime is great.
Summertime.
Where the weather is the la 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 la.
Summertime.
Oh, wait, I'm thinking of a different Summertime.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the one by Asher D and Daddy Freddie. Like a Jamaican, really great, like Jamaican rap.
It's like
Yeah.
They were great.
Summertime.
Will Smith did a song called, what was the one about dating? Girls of the World.
Uh-huh.
But there's one line where he goes, I hit her with a trash can and ran like hell. But they changed it in the newer version to, so I handed her my wallet and ran like hell.
Are you kidding me?
No, and it was actually lyrically, it was a pretty funny one. Rap is like mid-'80s, early 80s.
Yeah.
And I used to love that. I hit her with a trash can. What a just a great line of it.
Well,
Just smash a chick.
he's known for being very outspoken on rap lyrics. He doesn't like any of the violence against women in the rap lyrics.
That's probably why they took it out.
Absolutely.
$20 million a film. Why?
Stop.
Am I going to go back and change my act?
Stop.
Go back and change Yellow Discipline?
You're gonna have to.
Let's say hi to Jeremiah. Jeremiah, what's up?
Morning, O&A.
Morning.
Happy birthday,
Hold on
Jersey
one
Kid.
second. What's that, Kev?
What?
They changed that lyric for the video.
It was too violent for the video? Okay. It's fucking, how irritating is that? It's not even that bad a lyric. You hit a chick with a garbage
No,
can.
it's kind of funny. It's like cartoonish.
Jeremiah, what's up? Finally.
Finally?
Yes, sir.
It's up to you. Let's go.
It's all you.
All right, man. I just want to say that's bullshit. What happened to the music? Just let the bands get up there and play.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I think everybody agrees with it.
You should pick the most talented bands that need exposure and give them a break.
What happened to the
Man.
break?
It's all about the music.
Just give them a break. If they have the talent to be part of the second stage, then throw them a bone.
Here's the crying poverty issue. Bill from Jersey Shore. Aunt went to Ozzfest last night, paid $70 for 2 T-shirts. There you go. Yeah, I'm sure they're really hurting.
You know who
and
you
need
thank
to
for that, by the
sap
way?
these bands.
You don't thank the musicians for that. Thank the unions. What happens is when you go into a deal, you do merch in this place, union gets, and if you want to do the Beacon, fucking 40%.
40% goes
union.
to a union.
Yeah, that's where you might. So these union charges, believe me,
What
Sharon
justifies
and them,
that, by the way?
It's fucking
what
rape.
Are they? What is the
It's
union
rape.
guy? What are the union guys doing to help you
Nothing.
merchandise? So why are they getting paid off?
Dude, it's
Isn't that a cut like the mob would
Of
take?
course it is. Of course it is. But I'm not saying Sharon's not getting. Believe me, she's making money. Oz is making money. A lot of it. But a lot of these charges, a lot of these disgusting shirt charges, that's the unions.
How were they able to get that going? How did the first guy go, yeah, look, when you sell your stuff, we want 40% of the money you get off of that. How did they not just get laughed out of the building? Was it the crowbars they were holding, waiting outside?
Because the rest of the world is scared, and the politicians ain't going to help you.
Well, when it's the only
too busy
option,
with fake issues out there.
Yeah,
violent video games. Woo!
Well, when it's the only option, and one company owns, a substantial percent of all the venues, you don't really have a choice. You don't really have a choice but to cough up that if you want to sell.
Well, you have to do the way it works usually. And again, being a comedian selling free
extortion.
CDs is not the same as these bands. The way they do it is they make their guys sell your stuff. Union guy only sell the shit. And you have to get them to change your bills. We were running out of change at the Beacon, and the Beacon was notoriously one of the worst in the country. Me and Florentine are out there running out of change. We couldn't even use our own change. We had to get them to go get us change. It's a fucking disgrace.
With a cash
All
business
of these
like that,
places do it.
with cash like that, how do they know?
Well, they monitor. They have their own person there, and they do the
I
paperwork
watched this
accurately.
I watched this thing go down. They pretty much have a clicker.
Yeah.
They're watching every purchase.
And you get a receipt.
Clicking away.
I mean, it's not like it's not like it's going in their pocket. I mean, whatever. It is. It is, but it's all documented now. It's
Yeah.
not like I'm sure 1971. They have to
Yeah.
document this shit because everything's being picked up. But if you get a receipt for all this, it's just that's why the shirts are so much.
Everyone's got their hands in your fucking pocket.
But 40, I don't know what it is at PNC. Maybe it's 30%.
40%.
30 fucking percent on top of a cost of making and shipping and all that stuff. It's disgusting.
Yeah, how about asking them for 40% of what it costs to make the shirts and buy the materials? And unbelievable.
So the bands have to use union. I mean, I'm not knocking unions. Believe me, my father's a union guy. I'm not shitting all over the unions. But there are times where, to me, they overextend what they were intended to do, which is protect and guarantee that you're taken care of. They go into a place where you can do whatever you want and have impunity.
Yeah, when there was a factory and a guy would say, I'd like a little more money, and the guy would say, fuck you,
Right.
I'm hiring another guy for 10 cents less than you're making, then I can understand the union. But they've gotten so out of control and swung the other way, where now it's costing this country jobs.
Right.
Why do you think American cars don't sell so well? Why do you think foreign cars sell better and they're cheaper? Because the workers aren't demanding these huge amounts of money, huge benefits, and breaking the backs of the companies. That's what's happening.
That's what's going on with GM right now, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Benefits.
How are they going to cut costs? They can't cut employee costs.
Right.
It's in their contracts that they can't do anything. So what do? They raise the prices of the vehicles. They don't sell as much. That's what happens.
So these bands got to use. I'm guessing it's Teamsters. I'm sure it is, but they're expensive. And again, if you're gonna have shit hauled, you probably want somebody who knows what they're doing. But it's not cheap. So there are a tremendous amount of costs. But again, I'm sure they're all making money.
Me and Opie were in a union. We were in AFTRA for the 3 years or 4 years we
still
were
am.
over at NEW. Ain't it great? We got fired. And didn't get a phone call.
Yeah, one of the biggest radio stories ever, and our union didn't even make a phone call to see what was going on.
I'd send them thousands of dollars every couple of months for my dues, and I got in return a little paper card that I put in my wallet. That's it. That did nothing for
There
me.
really is no representation as far as that's concerned. They're good with health benefits, coming going to the doctor, and it's getting paid for. But
There you go.
Any insurance does
Yeah,
that.
believe me, I could buy my own insurance for a lot less than the dues I'm paying fucking AFTRA. They could go screw.
They could go screw.
Go screw.
Jay in New York.
Wow.
Jay!
I turn into my grandfather.
And Jay, you better scram when we're finished.
That's right. Go ahead, Jay.
Hey, Anthony, come on, man. You think about the days when you were breaking your back installing air conditioning.
Yep.
Unions aren't for like assholes like you guys, radio guys. It's for people who do manual hard labor.
I've done manual labor, dude. I drove a forklift. I did a boom. I'm not saying unions are not necessary.
I'm a big supporter of unions, but I have a problem with this radio union. It is the biggest joke.
And unions overextend. They get out of control. They hold the employer hostage a lot of times.
How much were you making? How much were you making as an air conditioning guy?
I was making shit. I think I was making $12.50 an hour, something like that.
Was that enough to live on?
Yeah, for me it was. I didn't live beyond my means, sir.
And
Well,
dude,
could you have a family with that?
no one is saying that they shouldn't get raises and shouldn't be paid. No one is saying that. What we're talking about is not that aspect. I'm talking about the aspect of when you sell merchandise and a union gets 40% for doing nothing. That's the problem. Not health benefits, not raises, not things that the workers deserve.
And I understand what this guy's saying, but do you think every guy that's working should be paid huge amounts of money for what they do?
No, I think big business takes advantage of hardworking people.
I worked for a company that was fucking... Remember in the late 80s when it was really rough for builders? And I was knocking tin at the time, and my company was going down the shitter. They were taking shit work. And what? These unions were hitting them up for giving their guys raises. How about when the company's doing good, they give raises. When they're not, you got to suck it up and work through it.
That's to their discretion. They don't give raises. They take profits. Think about this tour.
I'm not saying that the people that are employing these people aren't guilty also, because they're scumbags that would rather pad the management's pockets than the workers. I understand that, but there's got to be a balance here.
think about this tour. Who would you rather get the money? The producers, people like filthy rich people like Ozzy and their partners, or would you rather the people that are carrying the equipment?
It depends, dude. And it might sound like a dick move, but you know what? People who carry the equipment they have to be paid accordingly and make good money. But who would I rather see get rich? Ozzy. Why? Because that's who I'm going to see. And I know that
Come on, Norton.
Dude,
come on, Norton.
It's the truth. I'm not knocking the people that carry the equipment. They should be well paid.
They work and they get paid. That's what
Ozzy's
happens.
being paid because he's got 17,000 people in a building to look at him.
It's not Ozzy that comes to pay to see your shows. You don't exactly have highbrow humor, Norton.
I know that. So that's why you should
Hardworking
understand where I'm
people.
coming from. I'm not coming from a highbrow humor piece. I'm not knocking the people that come. My shows are always cheap, $20. I don't charge a lot.
Exactly. You got to cater to people so average everyday people can do stuff.
Explain to me, dude. I agree with you. But one of the reasons average everyday people can't do things like in these venues is because there's so many added on union charges that shouldn't be. Not the justifiable charges, the bullshit charges. You explain.
You guys remember?
Dude, hold on. Explain to me why the Beacon wants 40% of merchandise.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the exact numbers are.
I'm giving it to you.
You don't even know what 40% comes out to. It may just be enough for these guys to get by.
40% of all merchandise.
You have no idea. You have no idea what kind of work they put into it.
Why do they have to sell? Why can't they allow the artist to sell? Well, dude, why can't they allow the artist to sell?
Both sides agreed, so that means it's got to be a fair number.
No, not both sides agree. Here it is. You either do that or
Right.
you don't sell in this venue. End of story.
You don't think unions use muscle in negotiations?
Or
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Stop it.
You haven't justified anything.
Now who's being naive, Kate?
Come on, unions don't have any muscle
I
anymore.
just said to you, how can they take 40%? And you said that might be what they need to get by. You
Well,
can't
I'm
even
saying
admit
both sides agree to that. I don't know what 40% comes out.
Okay,
to.
let's do a little math. You sell $10,000 worth of merchandise. The union gets $4,000. Why is that?
Maybe the union's doing $4,000 worth of work.
Do you really believe that,
What do
dude?
You know.
Why?
Norton,
Because
come on, we don't know the numbers.
I'll
Let me tell you.
No,
this.
I'm not going to let you tell me something because I sold merchandise. I didn't sell $10,000 worth, but me and Jim will sell our stuff after. You sign the CDs, you meet the people on the way out. Why is it that they would not allow me and Florentine just to stand there at the exit and sell our own stuff? We were actually going to save them labor. We didn't need any help. Why did they make us have a union person there?
Norton, you're an angry guy.
Dude, I'm asking you a question and you're not answering it.
I don't know what to tell you. There's no answer to your question. You're just a lunatic.
I'm a lunatic.
Why are they zooming in on the side? Fucking whoever did that assault on the media gets a raise.
Very nice.
Jesus.
Was that Clayton?
Clayton, one of our guys. I'm sorry we're in a heated discussion here, and I just look up at the TV and there's Diane Sawyer on Good Morning America doing some stupid double bubble gum blowing contest, and one of our boys has the huge Opie and Anthony sign with our caricatures. That was really funny.
They slowly zoomed right in on it.
That
Very
was
funny.
classic. All right, back to the discussion. I'm sorry.
So, dude, you're saying I'm angry and I'm a lunatic, but I'm matching you point for point. I'm telling you from a personal experience what happened.
Can I respond to that?
Yes.
I can't. There's no possible way that I can take this situation and somehow relate it to your situation because I don't know the facts of either one.
I'm just giving you the facts,
That's
dude.
the fact.
Dude, the
Just
facts are
saying,
this.
like, with this thing, with the 40%.
Yes.
These tours wouldn't happen. If you think Ozzy's lifting anything, you think he's doing anything? No, he shows up in the last minute with his fucking limo.
Right.
He gets out, he waves at people, he sings a song or two, and then he fucking leaves.
So you think tours would never happen if it wasn't for union labor?
Yes, that's what.
Never would have happened. They couldn't find anyone else to haul equipment or.
So when we were going,
stop it.
So when we were going to see Led Zeppelin back in the day for $6 a ticket and getting a T-shirt for maybe $8.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember Woodstock '99? I was there, and they were selling water for $5.
You're
By
right.
the end of the show, people burned the fucking place
Not
down.
saying there wasn't a bunch of greed going on, my
Of course,
friend.
dude.
There's
And no
plenty
one
of that to go around.
No one's saying that the unions guys don't deserve to be very well paid for what they do. I mean, look, you want guys who know what they're doing hauling equipment. I've been saying that all along. I'm giving you a specific example of merchandise I did not need any help there because it's just me selling my shirts and my stuff. And I want to know, you say, well, maybe the union has to get that. Why do they want 40% of that money for me to stand there and sell myself? Why will they not allow me?
I don't understand. I'm not arguing for unions. I'm arguing for laborers. I'm not saying.
But I'm not arguing against labor, dude. I'm not arguing against unions. I'm saying that they overextend. As greedy as management can get, the unions at times can be that greedy or that irrational. And I've dealt with it firsthand.
Hey, Opie, before I punch out, can I make a little request?
Yeah.
I'm one of the old day fans, and I'd like to know where are they now? Like, what the fuck ever happened to Spaz, man?
Oh, the Spaz question again.
He didn't want to be called Spaz anymore and left the show.
Where is he?
I don't
we
know.
have no idea.
Whatever happened to that guy?
He called the show when we first started XM, and he's dead to us. We're done with him.
Moved on, sir.
Behind the scenes, I was telling him that his Spaz character was great, and we got it. Well, it wasn't even a character. That's the weird part about it. But he got it in his mind. He wanted to be called by his real name, and I'm like, well, then we don't have any use for you.
That's probably some chick that got to him. That's probably the way
he wanted to be
chick
some
gets to
kind
him.
of. He just wanted to be like a producer. I'm like, dude, you stink at producing. You had a great on the air character, and he just didn't want to do it anymore. So we're like, all right, we're moving on, and that was the end of that. And it's too bad because he was really good in his role. All right, Jay, thanks.
Well, I don't know what happened. I never met Spaz, actually. I can't.
Really?
Yeah, no. If I did, it was a high buy, maybe with Dice when I first came in, but I have no memory. For me, it was really stinky.
That's weird. All right.
Stinky rules.
Let's say hi to Rocky. Rocky!
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, I just wanted to call in and say that paying to be on the bill with somebody who's been around a long time, it really kind of sucks, I would think, but it's good advertising, you know.
And I understand, believe me, I'm a performer, dude. The idea to me of a young performer being extorted makes me physically ill. And in comedy, I've seen it, and on bands, I'm sure it's even a bigger thing. My only thing is the labels pay it, not the actual bands. And there must be some huge financial gain for it, or the labels would never do it. And I don't know what caused it to start from the beginning. I don't know how it works.
That's true.
You know, I really don't know.
Yeah, it's
But
got
the
to be
idea
some
of a
kind of gain.
Comedians have to do, again, much smaller, but they're called bringer shows. And Nathaniel would tell you, he does them, or he's had to do them, where you show up, you bring people, and you can't get on stage unless you have 4 paid customers there to see you.
But see, record labels, it seems like they just have a certain amount of money to promote all their bands, and then if you're throwing $100,000 for this band, $100,000, it's the guys at the bottom there that are just getting involved with the label are the ones that are suffering, and they may be the next Nirvana or something.
It might be possible. I
mean, to start throwing $100,000 just to be on the Ozzfest bill, it just seems ridiculous. It really does.
Maybe they allow the record labels to have a certain amount of
and now the record labels, instead of like maybe working, just throw numbers out there, 10 new bands. Now they're like, well, look at our promotional budget is really being stretched here, so we got 10, but we're going to only promote 5.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I think it starts hurting, you know. Silence is good sometimes. Doesn't that feel good?
Yeah.
I kind of enjoy that. I actually heard myself scratching my neck. I'm like, yeah, just enjoy this.
All right, why don't we take a break? We got audio from Ozzfest. Jimmy talking to Bill Ward and Tony Iommi.
And it's awful. I'm telling
Geezer
you all,
Butler.
it's
Well,
awful.
we'll listen to a sample of that.
I got one thing I'm reading here in today's post, page 36, The Entertainment. There's a thing, it's called Comics Take a Crack at Laugh-A-Palooza. Which I kind of thought was funny, as opposed to All right. The best of the fest, a sampling of the jokes from the Montreal Comedy Festival, and there's some good lines from Greg Rogel and Greg Proops, whatever. This is what I just want to find out. Peter Hyman wrote this, and I'd love to ask him why he did this. Greg Rogel on Vermin Control, then the joke. Greg Proops on President Smart, then the joke. Jeffrey Ross insulting members of the audience, then the joke. And then here, Latino comic Felipe Esparza, whatever, on Mexico's contribution to the war in Iraq. Mexico wanted to help, but they're going to need a ride over there. Why do they have to mention Latino comic? Because they know a racial joke is coming. And it's the subtle shit like that, this apologetic fucking attitude everybody has.
Yeah.
Well, he's okay because he's Latino. Why did you have to mention that?
Had to because it was a Latino joke.
Is that what? You're afraid you're going to get one letter from one fucking disgruntled person? Holy shit. And he probably didn't even realize he was doing it.
Yeah, because it's just a natural thing to do now.
This intellectual, I should have my face smashed in the pan. He's an intellectual. What'd you go to college? Fucking intellectual cowardice. God, it makes me sick.
Yeah, that's what people have been conditioned to do.
Why?
And I can't even blame the guy because, quite frankly, if he didn't put that, he probably would get a letter. And there'd be a Latino society that would come after him and might even lose his job.
You know who else is Latino? I'm sorry to interrupt, Jan. Greg Giraldo.
Oh, right.
Is Latino.
But he doesn't look it, so it's okay.
Yeah, and he didn't. Why didn't they mention Greg being Latino? Because he didn't do a Latino joke.
Didn't do a Latino joke.
He actually did a good joke.
And he does cable TV ads now. Cable commercials?
Nothing you want to see than your old friend making fucking millions. Makes me sick. Every time I turn TV on, his face is there. It hurts.
He's got to be making a nice dime for those spots.
I saw it at the cellar, and I think he said he went in to do 1 or something. They wound up doing 6.
Wow.
Or something. There was some weird way he kind of just stepped into it. So yeah, it's just a nice little cash fund.
Got a very natural delivery. He's very friendly looking and sounding.
He's a good actor.
Not hostile like normal Latino people.
Yes, exactly. He's one of the good ones. And I tell him that all the time. I'm like, Greg, credit to your race.
All right, let's get to some more Ozzfest audio with little Jimmy Norton. Bill Ward. One of your heroes.
Jimmy doesn't like this at all.
No, I don't.
It's very uncomfortable to you?
Because I know, it's like, look. It's not particularly entertaining. It's just I ask questions and they answer.
Well, now yesterday's interview clip was extremely entertaining.
That was a rare one. You guys have a knack for finding garbage and taking something nice out of it. But this is just dumb questions.
Turned out to be a promo that we're running now.
And people are finding you very sweet and endearing with this. You don't understand. You're very vulnerable and human.
The word that you're looking for is pathetic and foolish, and those are accurate adjectives.
Let's go to the audio.
All right, well, we're sitting here with Bill Ward, who, in my opinion, most underrated drummer in the history of music. I always wanted to ask you, did you ever, because guys like Bonham and Moon, I mean, they were great, but I always felt that you were as good as they were, up to par, and should have gotten all that mentioned, but just because Zeppelin wasn't as dark as Sabbath that they didn't. How do you feel about that?
I'm okay with the events that have happened. I think that Moon was an exceptional drummer because he was kind of like the one and only, the way that he was. And as far as I'm concerned, John Bonham wrote the book on a lot of the music that a lot of the drum music that we hear today. I thought his tempos were immaculate. They were totally on. If I had to do any comparisons, my tempos are not on at all. They're quite the opposite for me. In fact, we were talking about this the other day in the sense that in
hold on a second.
Sabbath.
This is fantastic. He's actually agreeing with everybody that Jimmy was bashing for the fact that he wasn't getting the recognition and one of the most underrated drummers in music history. And he's agreeing that he sucked compared to these other guys.
But Bill's just a humble guy.
That is fantastic. You know, underrated drummer. We got Moon and it. No, my tempos aren't on. This guy's a genius. This guy wrote the book. I'm rated exactly where I should be rated.
Bill's just humble. That's all it is.
I love it.
Even he's not as hardcore as you are.
No, he's not as big a fan of himself as Jimmy is.
Right. That's why I love listening to this stuff.
Jimmy's a bigger fan of this guy than he is himself.
I was kind of making eye contact the whole time. It was really Bill's a sweet guy, man. They were all nice, but Bill Ward is one of the nicest guys on earth.
And a legend, and that accent. He's got that rock guy accent.
Yeah.
But he's a gentleman. They're all gentlemen. There's no shitty rock attitude. Look at that soft spoken and oh no, he's wonder that. Yeah. I mean, you know, it's just a fucking
humble
gentleman, man. Yeah.
They're all exactly. They're all very articulate, very soft spoken, very nice guys. And Bill was the one guy that offered us all water. It's obvious that we're all drenched and we all get in. We all get huge bottles of water. And Jimmy, just watching him, he's fixated completely on each guy. But Bill just happened to be the first, and it was the peak of panic for poor Jimmy, because it's obviously something that's been building up for years and years and years. And if you could find 500 different ways to reiterate "you're so awesome," that was basically
you rock.
Yeah, listen to that as we move on.
Well, I've spoken to him before once the week before, so I kind of was more comfortable with him than I was with Tony, who I was definitely a little more nervous around Tony because he was not in a good mood because the bus was late and shit.
Right. Jimmy, it's adorable.
Let's go to Law Law jockey?
Hey, guys.
Law jockey?
Shouldn't it be lawn jockey?
But okay.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, it's law jockey. I just want to know how Jimmy conducted the interview with Bill Ward's cock in his mouth the entire time.
It wasn't easy.
Sound very clear.
I did it while he was answering. And I did it out of respect, sir.
Let's finish the clip.
It's the other day in the sense that with early Sabbath, it's quite rugged and quite kind of murky, and there's incomplete drum rolls and there's things like that.
That's great. Yeah, I sucked. He said incomplete drum rolls and he couldn't keep a tempo.
How do you not love Bill? How do you just not love that? No arrogance.
Should we play the next clip? It says Jim loves live version of War Pigs. Anything there?
More of the same. It's a lot of more of the same stuff. There's a part there where Jim talks about what do you fear most, or is there something like Jim? You actually said at one point, I know when I suck. Is there at any point? Is there any time that you really were?
Oh yeah.
You stunk. Those were decent questions. Those were.
So the War Pigs is whatever?
Yeah, War Pigs is kind of whatever.
Yeah, it's just like a fan question
Well, I definitely want to hear this because track 3. How do you feel about the fact that everyone wants to be you?
That's great.
Are you kidding me? Not everyone. Maybe a few people here and there.
Well, yeah, no, a lot of them.
Here's Jimmy talking to one of his heroes. That's the beauty of what you're listening to.
Of course.
It doesn't get any bigger than Black Sabbath as far as Jimmy is concerned.
You know, it's funny. I love to watch. I'll watch some of the old stuff from like the Hammersmith Odeon from the 70s when you had like the long hair and the beard, and just it was always great to watch. Ozzy and Tony and Geezer, but I always liked when they would show you because you were just there, just shirtless, just an animal, and it was just so great to watch you. And I just wish there had been more footage. I could have watched you playing drums for the entire thing, man. And how does it feel to know that everybody here? Every band here wants to be you. I mean, you're royalty.
That's great. Holy shit.
I didn't realize I said shirtless.
Shirtless? You man with all your body hair and beard.
That was a homoerotic
sweating.
That is the gayest question
I didn't
ever.
mean it to be. It's just when you watch the old Ward stuff, he really just was. He looked like Zakk Wylde. He was just a fucking savage.
Guy
man.
was probably sitting here thinking, he would absolutely suck my cock. I could pull it out and he would fucking suck it.
Well, let's go to the answer.
Well, it's very complimentary. I mean, I just got finished talking with the drummer from Shadows Fall, who won 2 great awards this year for his drumming and his recording. The new Shadows Fall album, or the work that they've been doing. I enjoy being around, the percussionists, and I do receive compliments from them in the sense that they've listened to me and so on and so forth. But I see them as very much individual people. I think that if I was able to influence them in some way, then that's an honor for me. I'm just like I try to be as humble as I can about that. But I'm just happy to see them progressing into new fantastic areas of drumming, which I think is like we have so much good drummers, so many good drummers now, and so much good drumming now. I think there's been an incredible development in drumming, say, over the last 40 years.
You should have asked the question and then gotten up and slammed the door and walked out. That old gag.
Never a goofy question for the boys.
No,
ever.
No.
How do you feel after 30 years and still being a success? Anything there? There's just a lot of clips.
I know. I mean, again, it's very complimentary. Why, it's Jimmy just unloading, 30 some odd years of devotion to these guys all at the same time.
So. All right.
If anything, we can listen to the questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you ever think? I mean, I'm sure you've asked this before, but when you guys started, I think was it '68? That 37 years later, you're still headlining a major sold-out festival, and there's still nobody that can go on before you that can make you guys not look great. You understand? There's nobody you guys can't follow. I mean, are you amazed that it's lasted this long?
Yeah, I am. I'm amazed that I'm still alive, to be honest with you. It's kind of like any day above ground, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I hear you.
I was nodding. Yeah.
Well, it's like, how can I describe this and try and pack it into just a couple of minutes? I have a good hindsight of how things were for us before, because that was the experience before. I'm talking about the 1970s. And now, just in the most recent times, in the last 7 years or so, it's almost like doing this, but in doing it in a more of a grown-up way, or in a more experienced way. So a lot of the things which were possibly important, say when I was 19 or 20, which was sex, drugs, and rock and roll, I guess that's where it was at that point. These days, it's more like, I wonder if I can achieve that new drum lick. So, and I mean, back then I was also wondering if I could achieve that new drum lick. But now, I guess, I wonder if I can achieve that new drum lick kind of has precedence over sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
I've never had the sex, drugs, and rock and roll, unfortunately. It seems nice, though.
Well, the sex, drugs, and rock and roll for me just, they've kind of put me in a one-way jacket, that didn't work out at all. But it took me a few years to understand that.
I love it.
So it's a different outlook, Personally, I think that all of us, Tony and Geezer and myself and ours, I think we're playing better now than we've ever played before. There's a much more of a maturity, and we've all just experienced a lot more now.
That's great. According to Jim, the world's most underrated drummer, after 30 years, is finally starting to practice. That's what I got out of that interview. He's finally started to, maybe I'll work on a drum lick.
Put the drugs down and
and pick up some sticks during time I'm not on stage, and maybe work some of this shit out.
Maybe start working on my craft. Let's say hi to Eric in Colorado. Eric!
Hey, boys. Hey, Jimmy.
Yes.
Did you take Bill's load on your chin, your chest, or your back?
I didn't, but I would have anywhere Mr. Ward wished to place it.
And, of course, we're getting quite a few of these. Jim Norton, shit dick!
Why, I'm just chatting with Bill about percussionists.
Of course you are.
All right, help me out here, Steve. Compliments on the set list. Bill Ward's online blog.
Your penmanship on the set list.
It might just be interesting to hear the question that Jimmy presented, because Jimmy's foaming at the mouth over the set list.
All right.
Can I compliment you on the set list? I saw it.
Don't compliment someone on the set list?
You are just dripping. You are dripping in front of this guy.
I'm a weasel.
Oh, wow. I compliment you on anything. The set list.
Can I compliment you on the set list? I saw it, and they won't be hearing this till tomorrow, but NIB, I almost shit when I heard you open with Symptom of the Universe, and Sleeping Village. I kind of wish you would have finished Sleeping Village. What a great set list. Dirty Women, Electric Funeral, a lot of stuff I haven't seen live. Was that, you guys say to Oz, let's just do something different?
Well, yeah, well, it came from the popular vote.
Can I stop myself right there? This is why I should be decapitated. Because I just called Ozzy Oz because Bill called him Oz right before that.
Oh my God! How did that get past me? I was concentrating so much on the earlier part of I missed it. I gotta hear Jimmy call Ozzy Oz.
There's a lot of stuff I haven't seen live. Was that you guys say to Oz, let's just do something?
Jimmy, thank you for pointing that out. That could have just gone by.
Your pal Oz.
When I said that, I realized I had just said it, and I just was like, ugh.
So when you jot this down and hand it to the big O.
The Oster.
Well, yeah, well, it came from the popular vote. In other words, everybody listens to Black Sabbath. Because for a couple of, last year and the year before, or the year before that, we were getting, a lot of email, which wasn't negative email at all. It was very positive, saying, "Hey, play something different, guys," And of course, we don't have anything new right now, at least to play. So we tried to make sure that we could at least try some different things, a little bit of some different things, to see if that might go better with our audiences.
Ooh, a little alluding to a new album.
I don't know. I didn't ask them about a new album because they've been asked about it 1,000 times.
Really?
Yeah.
Because that's something we don't have anything new to play right now.
Right now, yeah.
Kind of sounded like maybe a new album.
There was rumors about that, but again, I just figured that they were sick of being asked that.
Yeah.
So if anything, that was the one.
And why ask that question when you could further drool over the man and ask him something about his shoes, perhaps?
Yeah, we got to break into the exclusive interview with Bill Ward, conducted by the old Jimmy Norton, because Clayton's back in the studio. We had an assault on the media Good Morning America with Diane Sawyer was hit bad.
Went very well.
It went well, but we're hearing rumors that one of the kids might have got hit in the head with a sign.
Yeah. Did you hit that fat kid in the head with the sign?
I did. Well, I was holding the bottom, and it got top-heavy from the wind.
Yeah.
And it just came over and just tapped him right in the head.
And he turned around and looked like, what the fuck?
Now I got to see the video. We didn't see that.
Yeah, definitely hit him
That
in
was
the head.
really funny. And where Diane Sawyer was standing, they panned over, and they did a slow pan of the kids chewing their gum and blowing their bubbles, and the sign was on camera the entire time. And they were slowly zooming in like that was the focus of the shot. Very good job.
It was a very good assault on the media.
Thank you very much. The guy must have been a fan or something, the cameraman or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just zoomed right in. And
it was right in on it, right up when you conked the kid on the head with the sign.
Poor kid's
great. We're
nervous
hitting
as hell.
children.
Yeah. He's on national TV trying to blow a stupid bubble.
Oh, Paul Anka, where's he?
And he's getting hit in the head by the Opie and Anthony sign.
yeah, some cop told me to take it down, so that's why I took it down.
But the cops can't tell you to do that. I don't
Yeah,
get that
I know,
one.
that's
She was
ridiculous.
pissed. She
Was
was
it on a
pissed.
stick, or was it you actually holding the
I was
sign?
holding it up as high as I could.
They can't do
it.
anything.
How can they tell you to take it down? For what?
Cops can't tell you to take down a sign that's on live TV.
I don't know.
They just
It
can't.
is ridiculous.
There's no law against doing that.
She was mad, though. Really mad.
Who?
This, like, little black cop. I don't know, woman
Oh,
cop.
I thought you meant maybe someone with the show. What did the kid say anything to you?
No.
Did he say, what the fuck's your problem? Or
No, he just
I
turned
got
around
the line
and then-
wrong. I stink.
Yeah.
All right, good job, Clayton.
Thank you.
There he goes, Clayton. The latest assault on the media today.
Very good.
Not part of the contest because it's one of our guys. Just
Yeah. We like throwing them out there as little exhibitions of how it's done.
and how easy it is.
And how easy it is. And I like the actual sign
Yeah.
that's used during those things. But then you do it yourself. You wear a cape. You wear the shirt. And you're in the lead.
At this point, we're doing like 2 or 3 a week on our own,
Yeah.
easily. All right. Okay. What else can we play from the Bill Ward?
Track 7 is a good one, I think.
Track 7. All right. So we're gonna go to. Okay, this is a good one. Listen to this. Come on.
Like, I know when I'm awful, because the crowd's just staring at me. Do you have nights where you're just going, Jesus, I am doing everything wrong tonight? Do you feel that ever as a musician?
Yeah, definitely. But we for me, just talking myself as a percussionist, I get to try and recover from it by the next song. I think that's one of the toughest things is to move on. Forget it. You screwed it up. You screwed it up, but now move on and recover from that. So you just have to do 120% in the next song that comes up. And I think that's that's not always easy because sometimes, if you're tired or you didn't eat or it could be all kinds. The sound might be poor. The sound quality might be poor because of the stage or whatever it might be. It's not always easy to do a fast recovery and get to your 120%. Sometimes you have to just hang tough and just get through the gig.
Very good. So
I don't know what to say. To be honest,
I think the next one where Jimmy says Jimmy asked him about are there any things that you love that you absolutely loved. I think that was the next question.
Would you do a radio show with me?
Oh no, is that what the next one is?
Oh
yeah, that was
that
was a fairly sycophantic episode. Yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah.
And I know you guys I know you do radio as well, and you have very eclectic taste. And last time we spoke about satellite radio, and I asked the head of programming, I don't know how long you guys are on tour for, but I would love to do a shift with you. I know you do your own show, but just a music shift one time on XM on the Boneyard, which is their metal station, and the head of programming said he'd love to do it. So, I mean, when you come off tour, if you want to do it either in New York or D.C., wherever's easiest, I would love to do it, and you can pick and play whatever you wanted for the whole shift.
Cool. That sounds very cool. Yeah. I'd be open-minded to, to spin some things or do some things. Definitely. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Oh.
No, I appreciate that.
It's weird holding the mic and moving it. I don't want to move it while you're talking, and then I'm shaking because I'm nervous talking to you. But I am very happy to be talking to you.
Nervous talking to you. I'm happy to talk to you. I'm talking to you. I got the mic and I'm talking to you, and I'm nervous talking to you. Wow, you little Nelly nervous. Oh, are you adorable.
You want to hang out?
That's pretty much. Would you come over to my house and we'll play records? That's what that amounted to, Jimmy. I know. You got a show, and I've already asked my mom, and she said it's okay.
I forgot about
How
that.
could anyone not adore you after this?
I am awful.
You do know you're a big star in your own right, right?
I'm a zilch.
He's a huge star,
It's amazing.
and he is just the little nervous kid.
Going back to being like 12 years old, 13 years old.
You know, you, me, under the porch.
Would you like to play Monster Rain with me? Of all the songs, records in your catalog, is there anything you would fix?
Yeah, I was just curious. It was just
That's
a
interesting.
fan question. Do you ever look back, and again, I know I do, where you look back on something that you feel great about, and then you look back on it and you go, oh, what the fuck was I thinking? That was
Like
good.
this
You want to
interview?
go back and do it, but you can't 'cause it's already out.
Yeah, I'm still doing that. I'm still doing that with Sabbath stuff. There's one song, Who Are You?
Phenomenal song.
Of course it is. Of course it's phenomenal. How could it not be?
Of course. Didn't the Who do that song?
They certainly did not. My
Who?
The part I hate is that I talk way too, like I'm just too eager, and I put the
That's why I love
microphone
playing
in my
this.
mouth.
I
mean the microphone.
That's why we love playing this.
I so understand
It's a peek into your mind.
how that is. It's so eager to be there and please and do a good job, and you're nervous, and you're just over on the microphone, and
You know
so excited.
You know you're a bigger fan than the actual band, right?
I think that they kind of appreciated the fact that I knew the band.
You
that I
care
was
so much
new.
more about Black Sabbath than these guys care about Black Sabbath.
And maybe. I mean, I know I've met super fans before, and sometimes they remember stuff about you that you're like, oh, yeah, I guess that was a part of me.
Yeah.
That you don't remember about yourself, but I think they like the fact that it was somebody who was informed about what they do.
Oh,
and not just someone who
Quite
was
informed.
or obsessed.
But I mean,
Two different things.
I adore Ozzy; he's my idol. But I mean, it was like I love these guys, and it was like it wasn't about just asking Ozzy questions through them. It was like I wanted to know them too. You know?
This is like the guy that runs the most hardcore Black Sabbath website ever, who would never get the opportunity to sit down with these guys, and that's what it was like watching Jimmy interview these guys. He had so much information; he's just letting it all come out at once.
They probably like the fact that it wasn't just, Ozzy, you know, do you watch the Osbournes? Did you see, all that shit?
Right. I think I told him the date and the album was released.
You did.
Is that the clip?
I might be in there.
Now that's scary to the artist.
No,
Jimmy. That's
he asked,
frightening.
You might, I don't just play that for a second because that might be the one.
I backed up a little bit because I love how he says that song is phenomenal.
Phenomenal. I just jump in. It is a great song. Can't because it's already out.
Yeah, I'm still doing that. I'm still doing that with Sabbath stuff. There's one song, Who Are You? Phenomenal song. I want to correct the drumming on it. In fact, if I ever got a chance, I'd love to re-record the drumming on it because it didn't turn out quite.
It's fantastic. There's nothing wrong. That's off Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. There's nothing wrong with that song. That's just you have to find something as an artist. There's nothing wrong. It's fantastic.
That's a good example of wanting to. How long's it been since that came out 30 years ago?
74.
and I'm still kind of kind of like every once in a while I kind of go, man, I wish we could re-record that. I'm just still not settled with that one.
74.
Things being unfinished, they're already out.
This is just, I'm loving this.
I creep myself out.
You're going to show up at his house with a briefcase. Now, I thought we could work on this stuff.
You're like those Trekkies, just every little...
What do you want? What do you want from me? I can't give it to you.
This is my pride and joy.
You are Rupert Pumpkin.
Oh, I'm a fool.
74. It's not 30 years.
Let's go to Josh in Colorado. Josh.
Hey guys, love you guys. I want to mention that Norton interview sounded a lot like that Chris Farley skit on Saturday Night Live where he gets to interview big guys and he's like, yeah, did you guys ever play with, you ever watch the Osbourne? Yeah, it was cool.
Somebody else pointed that out too. It certainly wasn't intentional. It was just, of course not.
It is
I love you guys.
So goddamn funny, Jimmy. It's just the way you're asking these questions. The guy said he would like to redo a song, and you told him no.
Right.
You pretty much told him no.
Because you know better.
You know better. No, that song is phenomenal. Leave it alone.
Perfect.
And watching Jimmy in the room, and you got to understand that there's not only is it me holding a microphone, but it's also Bill's assistant Walter and Kevin from Sanctuary and Adam from Jaeger in the room, and everybody's just this big grin on their face because everybody knows exactly what's transpiring here. This is the chance of a lifetime, and they're all watching Jimmy just foam at the mouth.
We were literally I was during Bill. You held the mic during one. I held it during Bill.
Oh, okay.
and it was just like shaking a little bit. And but then I put my arm on the table. I'm like, stop fucking moving, stupid. And
man.
we were at this teeny little table in Sabbath Village in his trailer. So it was like being at a little kid's table in school with. It was amazing.
Did they tell him that it was a Make-A-Wish Foundation dream for you or something? Because that must have been what it looked like.
This is great. You don't get to hear something like this every day. It's someone that gets to interview their hero.
It is
There's no one
very
bigger
rare.
to Jim Norton. I want to stress that.
Out there, pick the one person that you know you're never going to meet, you're a huge fan of. Now imagine sitting in a room with that person and talking to him.
If I had the chance to sit and talk back in the day to like Kurt Cobain, I would have shit my pants.
That would be a little crazy.
I would have lost my mind.
I remember the first real celebrity I wanted to see that I interviewed, or actually just a passing hello with the microphone because he was on his way to the dressing room, was Eddie Van Halen.
I remember that
We were
moment.
backstage at the Worcester Centrum,
Yep.
I think it was, and we're broadcasting from a table, backstage area, and there's kind of a little commotion down the hall, and we look, and here comes Eddie Van Halen walking down the hallway. And I got up, and it was around the time where he was having his hip replacement surgery or something, so I just stood up and I had to ask him something, and popped into my head. It was like, Eddie, how's the hip doing? You going to be okay for the show? And I put the mic out there, and he started talking into the mic that I'm holding. I was staring into his face like a lover look. And I heard nothing he said. All I was doing is looking and thinking, oh my God, it's Eddie Van Halen a foot away from me. I didn't hear a word of his answer, and I must have looked like I was in love. It was so embarrassing.
You just said something that was really weird. It just hit me, and I didn't realize this is one thing I actually did right. I always do. I panic and I zone out, and I'm like,
yeah.
But that was one thing I did during these interviews, and I listened. I couldn't believe I actually was with everything they were saying. It wasn't just Bill Ward's mouth is opening, words.
It's so hard to do just because you're looking at the person and you're like, holy shit, that's the person I see on this or TV and that. And
I'm not saying I wasn't nervous or that there wasn't complete adoration, because I was, and there was.
I don't think you have to even comment on the adoration,
right.
Jimmy. It speaks for itself.
I was trying to be unbiased. Didn't go well. Trying in the middle of the road. But yeah, I did listen. That you just said that. It's funny you said that.
Yeah.
Let's say hi to, where are we going? Brian in North Carolina. Brian.
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
Hey, tell little Jimmy that he's like the fucking Black Sabbath Rain Man. 74, yeah.
74. 74.
It was nice to have Bill almost ask something that I could be helpful with. I just wanted to be helpful.
He doesn't care what year it was released.
What's that, buddy?
I said, go watch Jeff Wapner.
All right, thank you. Let's go to Staten Island. Jimmy, what's up?
Yo, this is like worse than MTV Fanatic.
Yeah, it is like Fanatic.
It's worse, though. 74. What the fuck? He did the song. You told him it was phenomenal.
I was helping my friend. My buddy Bill had a question. And what kind of friend am I if I don't give the information?
Right.
If Anthony goes, hey, Jim, what year did the Yankees do this? If I help, I tell him.
You throw out the info.
Bill asked a question. I thought about it, and I just happened to mention it.
He said 30 years. No, it was 31 years, and I'll show you it was 31 by giving you the actual date.
I didn't mean to do the actual date. The mic just kind of came up, and I just went 74.
That is very funny. It's like, 30 years ago. No, 31 years.
4.
Like he's just rounding it off, obviously. Right. 30 years ago. 74.
Sean in Jersey.
Hey, guys. Good morning.
Morning.
Hey.
Hey, when Jimmy asked this guy if he would come at the studio with him, and he says, I'd be open-minded to it, that's the equivalent of, like, get the fuck away from me.
Yeah, I'm open-minded to that.
Yeah, we didn't pick up on that. Very good.
No, I think he would want to do his own. And I was making sure he understood I wasn't trying to glom onto his radio show and like, hey, can I do a show with you forever? I just wanted him to know that just a shift would be a thrill to, to bring you on next time and do a shift with you on the Boneyard.
That's probably going to happen.
I made that call to Eric Logan on the way in to see if it was okay to ask that.
Do you actually think that would happen?
Absolutely.
I got an email from Bill's people, and it's going to happen in the fall.
Wow.
Bill Ward I'm not just saying because he's Bill Ward, but he's a sweet guy, man, and I think he's actually a completely honest guy.
Could be losing Jimmy now.
And there's
another radio show.
There's a little thing he said that turned out that he wanted to correct himself after. He grabbed us later and goes, whoa, what I said before wasn't true. We'll play that. It was great. That's why I love him.
Ooh.
All right, let's say hi to Dave. Dave?
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Hey.
Hi.
Hey, I wanted to kind of stick up for Jimmy. I think that's just testimony of how genuine you guys are. He represented, that would have been any one of us meatheads talking to that guy. I mean, we're all fans of somebody. But
we would have been the same way. I think that just shows how genuine and honest he really is. I mean, that's your show, and that's what separates you. There's no hack radio guy in there trying to interview and give this bullshit, come off of trying out. He's just professional, but he's just honest. I mean, man, I think he did a great job. Even though it's funny, but he did a great job, man.
All right,
Thank
Dave,
you.
Thanks. Let's go to Orlando. O-Town, check it out.
O-Town.
We're coming to get you, brother.
All right, what's your question, tough guy?
What's up,
Hey,
Eric?
what's up, guys? Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, buddy.
And first off, I'm a big fan of yours, especially Little Jimmy, my idol for comedy.
You angel.
Yeah, I just had a situation similar to Jimmy.
You had a what?
I met Korn and Snoop Dogg last year at the Project Revolution tour over in Tampa. They had an after party in a club, and when I met Jonathan Davis and Fieldy and all Snoop all together, and they're giving autographs, I even froze up. So I can understand how it could be sometimes.
Yeah, man, you don't want to misstep, but for some reason it was almost like this was so overwhelming and so big, and so it was almost like because Ozzy was Ozzy is obviously Ozzy, so we had him in studio. I froze on that one, and the guys picked up the slack, and then I finally asked some questions. One-on-one, I may be more effective actually, because I would probably listen more as opposed to just watching open and just talk, but. I was happy with at least the fact that I was able to speak with these guys. And when I felt like, all right, you don't want to push it, you wrap the interview up and, whatever.
All right, let's say hi to George. George?
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, George?
You guys see that movie, The Incredibles?
Of course.
Well, I have a 3-year-old son who watches it all the time, and Jimmy reminds me of Buddy. I'm your biggest fan. Crime-fighting moves.
Yeah, we should get that clip for Jimmy.
Oh, it's the best. It's the best. And I could just see Billy going, Jimmy, go home. Later, boys.
All
See
right,
ya, man.
very good. One last clip, and then we'll save the other interviews for tomorrow or something. Your exclusive interview with Tony Iommi tomorrow on the program.
Oh.
More of the same, I'm sure.
Oh, no, it was...
And then Geezer Butler as well. But first, the last question you got to ask Bill Ward.
Is there anything you look at where you look back, and there has to be so many songs, but is there one song where you look back on and you go, that was a fucking masterpiece that I pulled off? Were you just so proud of what you did, more so than the other stuff?
Well, I like a lot of the work that I did on Masters of Reality. I really like that album, and I think that one is kind of a peak where it shows the first 5 years of Black Sabbath. Even though that was the third album, the band had been playing since '68, so
Masters of Reality.
A time when there was so many tours under our belt at that point, and we'd already recorded 2 other albums at the time. So I think that album was a really good album in the sense that it captured a time when the band were doing everything together, literally eating together, sleeping together, and playing on the road constantly.
Is that back in the days of 4 guys on one bus?
Oh, 4 guys in one bed sometimes, man. We were still sharing rooms and stuff. I shared the room with Ozzy, of course, but you can't have all the luck, you know what I mean? But Masters of Reality, I rather like some of the things that I played on that one.
I think I actually wound up, I quoted, the songs that they did off Master Reality. I kind of realized I was a psychopath.
Really?
Yeah, like, what's the next question? If it's,
that was it.
Okay.
For this one.
There's one part where I'm like, well, you guys, because of the set list, and I name all 4 songs off Master Reality they're doing for the set list, and I kind of even irritated myself.
Wow, yeah.
Why didn't Steve give us that? That's the stuff we want to hear.
I don't know.
Maybe we can find that after the break. Very good. You're getting rave reviews there, Jimmy. Frank in the Poconos.
Hey, what's up, guys? Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead,
man.
Frank.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, like all the bullshitting and, the teasing Jimmy aside and all, I got to say, this really is like a refreshing, for a change, a refreshing musician interview. Like, things like Jimmy said, instead of, he wanted to ask them if they were coming up with a new studio album, like every other interviewer would. Instead of, busting balls, he got into the more, meat of the conversation, which people want to hear about. It's refreshing.
Thank you, man.
All right, there you have it. Thanks, Frank.
Okay,
guys.
Are these all going up on the website?
Yeah, we'll put the entire interviews up.
That'd be great, yeah. And you could download and hear every bit of it.
Every bit of Jimmy just interviewing his heroes. What's that, Steve?
This is a clip of Bill catching up with us afterwards and correcting something he said.
This is like a 1-minute clip. What happened was this: we were talking about something. Well, he corrected his clip. We had been talking about the Setlist. I was talking. This is probably where I named the songs off Master of Reality. If anybody's curious, it was "Children of the Grave," "Into the Void," "After Forever," and "Sweet Leaf." And we were discussing that, and he said we might not do "Into the Void" tonight for no reason. He said sometimes we just shorten up the set list a little bit. He was kind of just said, no, we might not do it tonight. I'm not too sure. We might not. And then we kept going. And an hour later, we see him, and he remembered our names. He goes, "Jim, Steve," and he calls us over, and just. This is why I love this guy. Okay, once again, we're with the great Bill Ward. We are outside here in Sabbath Village at Ozzfest.
Yeah, I just wanted to. Earlier on in the interview, we were talking about Into the Void, and I happened to mention that we probably might not be playing that, and there's no reason for that. But that was bullshit. We have a reason for not playing Into the Void tonight. So because we're doing back-to-back gigs, we tend to tighten up the show a little bit, you know. And it works out a little bit better for the band, so that's what's going on.
So Into the Void is coming out. It's basically just a timing decision.
As a matter of fact, tonight I don't know if we're actually playing it tonight. We may actually play it tonight, but on the last 2 shows this weekend that just went, we didn't actually play it. So hopefully we will be reinstating it into the show within the next couple of shows.
Thank you, Bill. You're the greatest.
I just want to clean that up. What I said earlier was not correct.
We have a shirt for Bill, too?
We certainly do.
We have, give him the XM shirt. We got you one.
Bill gets a shirt.
Oh, thank you. All right, thank you very much.
Okay,
I appreciate that.
Thanks again, Bill.
Okay, all right, thanks.
Wow. Okay, first of all, what I come away with from that clip is he's as crazy as you are.
Yeah,
that he felt compelled to come back to you and tell you about that song.
There's a whole OCD thing happening
It's
there.
Yeah,
crazy.
He's just an honest guy. That he couldn't allow that incomplete answer.
Insane, of
Maybe
course.
a little crazy?
A little crazy. Jim, Steve, I've got to tell you, no. We're playing the song, or we might not play. Like, I still don't know if they're playing the song or not.
No, it was about the reasoning. What he was saying was, like, the first time the reason he gave, like, was, no reason. Like, I said, into the void, he goes, we're not going to play that tonight, no reason. But then later he goes, no,
there was a
true.
reason.
We try to tighten up the shows on back-to-back days. And I like the fact that he just wanted to clarify that and make sure it was honest and not a lie.
It's a piece of information that everybody, I think, a casual person like myself would have completely bypassed, but Jimmy and Bill both obsessed completely over it, and you could tell it.
No, you know what happened? He was hanging out with somebody a few yards away, going, "There's a fucking lunatic I was talking to earlier." Which one? That guy right over there. Who, the guy? No, there's a fucking lunatic over there. The guy to the right. No, look, I'll go up and talk to him. That's a fucking madman. I love it.
Yeah,
great.
I can't wait
Just
for tomorrow.
A complete fan talking to one of his heroes.
And they were the most genuine guy. And they did actually talk a little bit about having to do certain songs because Ozzy,
yeah, you got to pace him.
Well, yeah, because the notes are a little different.
Right. Yeah, the guy's no kid anymore.
Absolutely.
You know?
All right, Kevin in Salt Lake. What's up, Kevin? Kevin!
Yo!
Let's go.
A wind tunnel.
Hey, I was just wondering how many times did Jimmy come in his shorts, and if he's going to frame those shorts that he was coming in when he's doing an interview.
All right, sir. 4.
Frame his jizz-stained shorts.
The answer is 4. Joe in Arizona.
Hey, this is Joe.
Hi, Joe. You're in Arizona.
Yeah, I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, man.
Right.
Hey, I love you guys' show, man.
Thank you.
Hey, I want to hear the part of Jimmy's interview where he says, I'm totally crying.
I'm absolutely crying.
I think a part of the Geezer interview he does actually make reference to weeping. Yeah.
I'm absolutely crying here. I was in the same room. It was amazing. Pale Rider from Whackbag.
What's up, boys? I got to ask you, what's more disturbing, the fact that Jimmy knew that the album came out in '74, or that Jimmy was only 5 years old when that album came out?
I know.
74. I was 5.
Yes.
We're 5.
I was 6.
And not for nothing, him and Bill Weir have a lot in common. When Bill was talking about like drumming tempos and all that before, he's talking like 84 times in a minute. I mean, between him and Jimmy's dress, I suck. Relatable.
He jumped.
He was going somewhere, and he just realized it was spinning out of control.
All right, Jason in Virginia Beach.
Hey, fellas, how you doing?
Hey.
Back in '97 or '98, I've been a big Dale Earnhardt fan since I was, a little kid.
God dang.
I had an opportunity to meet him at like a meet and greet with like 20 people. It was me and my wife, and we get up there to a table, and I was so starstruck. The only damn thing I could say to him is, "I like you."
Oh, that's bad.
Oh,
how embarrassing.
Just the look on his face and my wife's face, just totally just embarrassed the hell out of me.
It's like a childhood thing, man. It's like you're not speaking from an adult, a man meeting a man perspective. You're speaking like you're just like you're looking at it's like looking at a clown when you're in Ringling Brothers. Like to actually talk to that person when you're 4 or 5. That's the same vibe.
Something just happens in your brain. He's not a hero of mine, but I told the Peter Jennings story. I see him in Central Park. I'm sitting on a bench just hanging out, and he's fighting that lung cancer. And I saw him with his kids walking in the park. This is 3-4 months ago. And I got to tell you, he looked awful. And I personally don't think it looks good for Mr. Jennings.
Dr. Hughes, thank you for that diagnosis.
And
I'm sure he'll be thrilled.
And so I'm thinking, here's my moment to say something to Peter Jennings. And I pointed to my cancer bracelet that I wear for Brother Weeze. And the only thing I could think of was, good luck, bro.
Good luck, bro.
That's what came out of my mouth.
Like he's playing a pickup game.
And I saw him coming for probably 100 yards. And I'm like, you got to say something. It's Peter Jennings, the fight of his life.
There's nothing you can say.
I support this cancer thing. Everyone does. And I got my cancer bracelet. So I'm like, what are you going to say to Peter Jennings to make him maybe smile inside a little bit? Maybe make his day a little better than it is?
Nothing.
And the best I could come up with on the spot was a thumbs up and a good luck, bro. Good luck, bro.
There's nothing you could say to a celebrity on the street that sounds cool, new, hip, or anything they haven't heard before. Most of it sounds ridiculous because you're freaking out. But I think the best thing you could just say is a recognition of, hey, man, I love your work. Or if they have something recent out, say, I caught this and it's great. In passing, you're not going to stop. You're not going to get a relationship with this person.
Yeah.
You're not going. It's one of those moments that, and it's so hard to come off like it's kind of casual. Usually like, loved you. And you look like an idiot, and it's very hard to do. So a lot of times you just look and walk by and tell your friends you saw that person. That's it. Great, you. What?
Well, the dude that played Ned Ryerson was living in my neighborhood for a while.
Ned Ryerson
from Groundhog's Day, and I saw him coming, so I thought I'd be witty. And I was like, Ned Ryerson?
Like he hasn't heard that. I sure as heck fire remember you.
Right, the look on his face, I think he wanted just to strangle me.
And, you know, there's always got to be one buzzkill in life. And I got to just really quick address the post. A guy named Dan Aquilante.
Uh-oh, I see the headline, and I'm not even getting close to Jimmy.
Because I know what this guy is. I know what he's just one of these Rolling Stone magazine.
Well, let's try to get him on the air. It's a New York paper, isn't it?
Too hip for the room kind of guy.
I want to
we're trying to get him on?
in his face. He trashed Sabbath, or you know, where Ozzy created horror with his cringe-inducing vocals. Ozzy sounded phenomenal, and everyone said he sounded phenomenal. The only time he cracked was on the last song, and then when I saw him, it was the last 2 songs, because he had been screaming the whole show in between songs. You know, he does. He's Ozzy.
Yeah.
He sounded phenomenal. It's the best I've ever heard him sound, because I think he's sober now, and he's healthy. And this guy is just probably one of these jerk-offs who likes certain types of classic rock, and he didn't like it. And the Daily News gave it a phenomenal review. They were like, Iron Maiden, Sabbath, that's what a show is. They give you everything. They're not too hip for the room. They're just, and this motherfucker, Dan Aquilante, you're a cocksucker, and you're the type that just goes out and trashes something like this because you think you're too hip and that this is what you do.
Land of Oz, it says.
Instead of Band of Oz or Land of Oz.
Land of Oz, that's even a reach.
He works in the afternoons. You should call him and record it.
And he says
on the radio tomorrow.
The two were
Can we
best.
set that up? I'm serious. Because he'll probably talk to you, and you could call him from home, and you have a little discussion about it.
And
bring in the tape.
The two were best early when they roasted War Pigs. Later hitting the same kind of high for Iron Man and Black Sabbath. You're glad you liked War Pigs and Iron Man. Sorry you didn't like Dirty Women or Electric Funeral. You're not a real fan. You're some jerk off in comfortable slacks who shows up and writes for a paper and gets free tickets, and you're the fucking worst. When we saw the Stones do that press conference, it was all you jerk-offs in the business that sat there in the front row with your arms folded, kind of tapping your feet because you're too hip to enjoy the music. Everybody else loved the fact the Stones came out. Fucking Mick Jagger's 30 feet from you, singing for free, and you scumbags in the business all sat there with your fucking legs crossed like a bunch of coffee-clutch faggots.
Too cool. Hey, I review the music, man. I can't enjoy it.
What is this?
I'm beyond enjoying it as music,
just
man.
Studying them as much as they can to find that one thing they can pick apart.
Yeah.
Instead of just sitting there and enjoying it for the moment it was.
And I've seen Ozzy not be up to par in all the years I've seen, and there's been times where he wasn't good because he was whatever. You know, please, he's gone through all these phases. He was phenomenal this time, and I'm not just saying that as a biased fan. The band was really tight.
You're
and
a
that's
biased
what annoys
fan?
me. Well, I am at times.
Never really
but this
noticed.
Dan Aquilante from the Post, just a fuck. That's what you
gotta
are.
call him later.
You're a fuck.
Yeah, give him a ring. Give him a ring off air. Tell him you're recording him for the show, and have a little conversation with the guy. I think that would be great radio. Let's say hi to Sally in Illinois.
Hi.
Hi.
Jimmy,
Sally.
when you were done with all your interviewing, did you go home and flop on your bed and put your headphones on and shut your eyes and play all the songs you had discussed?
No, what I actually did when I went home...
Like a teenage girl?
Because I had Bill, Tony, and Geezer sign the pictures I had with them. And Bill actually loved the picture of he and I together. He's like, send me a copy of that.
Ooh.
So I'm going to. They all signed the pictures, and I took them home, and the first thing I did was wash out my frames and put my pictures in my frames so they wouldn't be damaged.
Washed your frames?
Well, my glass frames. I had just they had been dusty from moving.
Oh,
So
right.
I put my pictures in the frames.
Very responsible of you.
I'm a big boy.
Very good. That's really bizarre. Ben in ND. Is it Ben in North Dakota?
Yes, sir.
What's up, Ben?
Hey, you guys ever heard of Dream Theater?
Yeah.
I met them guys are just my idols, and I met them about a year ago. And I was so nervous meeting the guitar player that I went up to him, asked him something about his guitar, and I said, well, hey, I'm in the Air Force, and I'm here to protect you. How gay is that?
Your brain just stops working in those situations.
I know, I was so embarrassed. And I'm meeting him again for a meet and greet in a week.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't remember me.
Look at this fucking this Aquilante. I hope this guy is killed in a car accident. He said, "We're the Iron Boys, Iron Maiden. We're often overpowering with their three-guitar crunch. Sabbath is extremely lean, totally depending on Iommi's concise yet powerful fretwork. Iommi's rhythm-based style was supported by fat old Bill Ward's tremendous drumming."
Oh,
why? You
That is-
fucking Rolling Stone magazine-loving jerk-off.
That is not necessary.
I'd like to fucking bite your neck for your lack of your completely biased review. I guarantee you have faggoty music taste. I'd love to see his iPod.
Jimmy would kill for Sabbath.
I know he would.
This makes me sick. It's a disingenuous review.
Just nod and agree.
It's a disingenuous review.
Yes.
Yes.
Why the paper the day before Maiden, Sabbath, and what now all of a sudden Sabbath was awful, but you like Maiden? They have 11 musicians.
Fat old.
It's
That's not
fucking it's
necessary.
sickening for a drummer to be able to do what he's doing at his age. It's just this I'd like to stab this cocksucker right in his eye with a pen.
Sal makes a good point on the line here.
Hey, Jimmy.
Exploring
How
all
are
of
you,
the
fellas?
angles
How
of
are
Jimmy's
ya?
obsession. Go ahead, Sal.
Hi, fellas. Listen,
buddy.
Jimmy, is it possible for someone to not like the same thing you do?
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely.
Okay, so you say it's a biased opinion. Perhaps your opinion's slightly biased because your head is up their ass?
First of all, stop talking your little lilt, dude. Maybe because I'll sound smarter if I talk like this. I've admitted, dude, shut up. I've admitted that I'm biased. I'm honest about it. I am not a reporter supposedly doing something unbiased. Yes, asterisk, this is an editorial. I understand that. But I am biased. I admit I'm biased.
Okay, so what's disingenuous about a person's opinion?
Because he's trashing them, and Ozzy sounded good, and
He
everybody...
doesn't like them. He doesn't like
Then
them.
why not just say, I don't like Black Sabbath, instead of coming off like you're giving an honest review and saying that they didn't sound good, when Ozzy sounded better this time than he has in years because he's healthier.
Maybe
why.
that's honest to him.
It's
His
not
opinion
honest
is
to
that.
him. It can't be honest to him.
Well, it can't be because it differs from your liking? Is
No,
that
because
what
it
is?
differs from what everybody I've talked to has said. He's a jizzbag.
Ben, we got to get this
Ozzy
guy on
was
the air
great,
now.
Therefore, Ozzy was great. That's ridiculous.
Ozzy sounded good. He
To
just
you,
did,
he
dude.
sounded good.
I know when he sounds bad. I've seen him enough times.
Because you're a fan. If this guy isn't a fan, he's
Then
not
what the
in right
fuck is
to
he
your
doing
opinion.
reviewing something in a newspaper if he can't be unbiased?
Who says he's biased just because he didn't like the guy?
Everybody said it, and you just did, stupid, and I did. He's biased.
I didn't say he was biased.
You said if he doesn't like Black Sabbath, that means he's biased,
Okay,
idiot.
so that's his opinion. Hey, I'm here to
Then
write
he
an
shouldn't be
opinion
fucking
article.
reviewing
I don't
something.
like him.
If he doesn't like Sabbath going in, he can't review them unbiased. Why the fuck's he doing a review?
Because that's what he does. He gets paid to write things that he thinks of. I go to see a movie, and I'm a reviewer. I tell you it stinks. That's my job.
You're not supposed to do that if you're a critic. You're supposed to give an unbiased opinion on the performance.
Okay, so if I go into a movie and I say, here's my unbiased opinion, I didn't like this and this. Well, there you go. I didn't like it. I didn't think it was good.
He's full of shit.
He's full of shit because it doesn't match with your
It
theory.
doesn't match with what anybody said who saw it.
Who was there who saw it? Fans?
A bunch of people. No, people from the station. People who worked for Billy Burr saw them. So he was blown away.
Billy Burr's great, by the way.
Yeah, he is very funny.
But anyway, so...
Oh, that's biased. Let's not talk about Billy Burr. That's biased.
I like Billy Burr. My opinion is Billy Burr's good. You
Exactly.
disagree?
But you know, let me give you an example. There are times where I'll watch something and I don't think it's particularly funny, and yet I still understand that it's funny, and I recognize that it's funny because I know my craft well enough. You understand what I mean? It's
Okay,
like,
but isn't it okay to go to someone, you know what, I saw this, but I didn't like it?
Yes,
That's your
it
opinion?
absolutely is.
Okay,
But if
so
I let me finish, dude. Let me finish answering your question. But if I go and I disingenuously say, yeah, but the joke structure sucked, or this and that sucked, you understand? Like, Greg Proops is a guy who I disagree with politically on every level. I don't watch Greg Proops, but I know Greg Proops is a really funny comic.
He's a great comic.
I watch him, and I
love him.
So for me to go, yeah, I'm not a fan because I don't agree with him, is one thing. But for me to come off like I'm fucking giving an unbiased opinion and then start critiquing, well, his joke structure was weak, and the punchlines were soft, that's where the bullshit comes in. That's what I'm talking about with this review. I'm not talking about having a personal dislike of Black Sabbath. That's acceptable. But don't come off like you're fucking unbiased, because that's what he's doing.
You're an angry little fellow. But
I'm not an angry fella. I just don't like bullshit like that.
All right, let's go to Mike. Mike?
Hi, how
like...
are you? I'm a brand new XM subscriber, and I really enjoy your show.
We don't give a shit.
You're biased.
I am biased.
Stop kissing our ass and just listen.
Okay. Listen, Dan Aquilante, I'm in Houston, but Dan Aquilante is a very well-respected rock critic who's been writing for a long time. He has written very favorable things about Black Sabbath in the past.
I believe
he supported their induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. If he felt the show was weak, it's because he's got a frame of reference in which he's probably seen them 25 other times and written about them 10 other times. The man knows what he's talking about, and if his opinion differs, so be it, but he's not writing it because he hates them.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what you're saying is true. I've never read anything by this jackoff. I know Ben was saying that he has trashed things that were obviously good before.
That's what I was going to say. Well,
Hold on, dude. Hold on.
No. He's hated by a lot of people. First of all, I went to an STP show. It was right after Lane Staley died, and they opened up with a Pink Floyd song. It was the best STP show I'd ever seen. He trashed them the next day in the paper, saying it was terrible. They sounded great. That was at Hammerstein Ballroom. And then I remember reading about how he gave Dave Matthews a bad review once, so Dave Matthews wouldn't even give him tickets to concerts. And I've read, there's been like 3 or 4 times I've gone to shows that he's reviewed, that he's trashed, that I thought were great. There's been like once that I've gone to a show that he said was good, that was good. So
we got to get Dan on the phone.
And dude,
man.
as a fan,
this would make for some great radio.
He's not quote unquote a fan.
Dude, I am talking about
very well-respected critic.
I don't care. Dude, a lot of well-respected critics. Rolling Stone is a well-respected rock magazine, and I think it stinks. It stinks.
Well,
it's never represented anything I liked in music. The fact, dude, that's
because you're a little too young.
I'm 37, you idiot.
No.
No, I'm not 37.
You're 10 years younger than I am.
All right, good. So you're fucking middle-aged. You have no idea what you're talking about.
No, yes I do.
Shut
I have
up.
a teenage daughter.
Good. You know what, though, dude? I mean, this guy's going to write an article. It's up to him. There's no reason to get angry. Everyone has opinions, and there's nothing wrong with having opinions that are different than mine. I'm all for it, and I'm all for everybody just kind of feeling good. 47 years young, this guy's a fucking cunt. He's a biased cunt, and I know what he's doing. Well, you know what? Rolling Stone has been around for a long time. They've helped a lot of bands. They help a lot of people get where they got to go, and that's the important thing in music. Everybody feeling good and dancing. But you know what? Rolling Stone only helps fucking alternative faggoty bands. Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn are on the cover of Rolling Stone. Where the fuck is Black Sabbath? They've never been on the cover. You're going to tell me, like, all the fucking stuff they've done, they never deserved the Rolling Stone cover? With that, but then again, if he wrote in Houston and he's now writing here, and a lot of people respect him, he's probably been all over the country. This is a guy who just reaches a lot of people. He's got an opinion, and it differs than mine, and that's okay. I hope he's killed in a drunk driving wreck on the way to his daughter's fucking wedding. I hate him. I hate him.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jason, for that suggestion on the phones, by the way. That's, for the new listeners, we found out a while ago that Jimmy has music that calms him down when he's in a rage, and that song
Chameleon
happens to be Karma Chameleon.
It's a happy song.
By the Culture Club.
It's a happy, fun song, and who could be mad when they're listening to that, right?
Look, maybe Aquilante wrote stuff about Sabbath. I don't know. I just didn't like this review. I felt I know where it's coming from.
I don't know this man. I don't know what he does.
Just tell him that you don't want to read his garbage column. He'll understand. Believe
we got to get him on the air. We'll see how brave he is.
I'm sure he'll come
We'll
on.
have a fair and honest discussion with the guy.
Because Ozzy's dude, what bugs me is, as a fan, I'm not that dumb that I can't see when Ozzy's off or when the band. You know, I mean, there's certain like drum rolls I wouldn't notice or bass lines that Geezer, whatever. But I mean, Ozzy at least I would know.
Right.
I've seen him enough times. I've been watching Ozzy live since '83.
All right, Martin in New York.
Hey, just wanted to call up, and Jim, you got to admit, Bill Ward looked a little scary drumming up there without a shirt.
Oh, dude, that's why I love him. That's beautiful. That's the beauty of him.
My wife was there, and she's like, "Oh my God, is Grandpa up there drumming?"
Dude,
now,
Bill Ward should be dead. He's fucking had heart attacks. He's, you know, the beauty is he's still alive and he's drumming, and that's the beauty of him. So what? He takes his shirt off. He should be. He's Bill Ward.
How old a lad is he?
He's got to be in his mid-50s. I'm not sure, 68. I'm guessing. There was one. I can't remember.
All right, Mike in the Finger Lakes. Mike?
Yeah, I just love it when Jimmy Norton goes off. You're one of the funniest guys in the show, and there's a lot of credence to what you're saying. Keep up the great work, and punching out.
All right. Let's say hi to Sean in Jersey. Sean?
Yeah, how you doing, guys?
Hey, what's up, Sean?
I was at the show on Tuesday. I've been to 6 other Ozzfests. I've seen Ozzy live. I've seen Black Sabbath live before.
Right.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was the third song in, War Pigs. Ozzy was off timing on the vocals.
No, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't?
No.
It wasn't that great of a show.
It was a great show.
It wouldn't. All right.
Dude, everybody. Now, I didn't see this particular show. I had left early. But everyone I know said that the show was very good. Now, I would never leave the Sabbath show.
We were about to call you out on that, by the way.
I had to leave because I was sunburned and very tired.
Jimmy, it turns out that...
I didn't even think about that.
I'm glad that Jimmy decided to smash himself because we were right there. Yeah, it is a fact that Jimmy actually didn't make it all the way through Ozzfest, and as much as he's a hero of Black Sabbath, he actually wanted to beat the traffic back to New York.
No, that wasn't about beating the traffic. I'll tell you what that was about. I had been up since 6. I'd gotten 2 hours sleep. I was dead. I was sunburned, and to be honest with you, Steve wanted to go, and it was totally cool. But the pictures I had, and I had a signed Bill Ward poster rolled up in this bag.
Yeah, you didn't.
And I didn't have a
seat.
seat. We didn't have seats, and I knew I'd be on the lawn.
Yep.
And I was really worried, honestly, about being up there with these fucking 3 signed photos from these guys in this poster and having them get fucked up, and then having to find the promoter. I mean, not the record label guy. Gavin offered to drive me back. We wouldn't have been out until after 11, and I was afraid to get home at 1:15, 1:20 in the morning, and then having to get up at 6:15.
Right.
That was just a practical decision.
And
I've never done that before in my life.
And to finish up, Dan, that you just completely destroyed and wishes that he would just flat out die.
That's not what I meant.
He reviewed Ozzfest a few years back, and we have that review as well, which is much different than the one that is in today's paper. And he writes... Let's see. After the bushwhacking opener, Ozzy Osbourne was every bit as charismatic, funny, and down-to-earth as he is on his MTV reality series. He adds, surprisingly, he and his bandmates retained the spark of what made them great way back when. The band's classic songs of death, apocalypse, and destruction riddled its set.
But hold on. I got to take a breath on that one. I was waiting for this to take a whole different turn.
Oh, wow. And destruction riddled its set, but there was no ballads, just Hammer of the Gods metal.
It sounds like he enjoyed the show.
So that is an old review where he really did enjoy it.
That sounds like a fair review. I didn't like where this review was coming from. It was a dickheaded smack at Ozzy and the band, and I didn't like it. And again, that's not just a review. Oh, I didn't. Yeah, this show he was off. He
Even
wasn't
though
great.
you didn't see the show.
Exactly, fucker. Hopefully, a lot of rumors are rampant. This will be the last edition of Ozzfest. Hopefully, that rumor just applies to Ozzy.
And you were
fuck yourself.
And you were
fuck yourself.
And you left early because you were tired, right?
No, please. I've never done that before, and I would never do it again. It was just a
Well,
practical
Ben,
decision.
the troublemaker, writes, but you weren't tired to go to Caroline's and get a hooker that night.
One of the main reasons. Dude, what relaxes?
Listen to him laugh.
Ben, you can't leave.
And then he just leaves.
You can't leave and leave us all uncomfortable in the studio now.
No, Ben is right. Please, Ben is absolutely right. The main thing, I was exhausted standing there, dude. And I was really worried about these photos that I had and this rolled-up Bill Ward poster that was signed. I'm like, these are things that are absolutely irreplaceable. You will never get these again. And Bill had also said that the show was going to be a bit shorter that night. And I'd seen him like 5 days before. So I'm like, you're exhausted. It was 4 hours. I get out 4 hours earlier. I didn't leave halfway through Sabbath's set. This was a 4-hour difference. That's why. And I wound up going to Caroline's at the end because I heard it was an after-party for this movie.
For the Aristocrats.
And silly me, I figured I'd go there and see if I could talk to people and possibly get them on the show. And get a couple of pictures, and that's absolutely what I went and did. And I talked to Bob Saget, and it was very, very genuine and very nice, and
So, Bill decided to have some fun with these kind of no-name bands, and he talked to a band called Dozen Furies, and made him do like a fake PSA for the Opie and Anthony program.
Imagine being a Dozen Furies and listening to the show. You're all excited. Oh, they're finally doing the interviews. They've been talking about it for a week. And Opie gets on and goes, yeah, some no-name bands. They just sit there and go.
We have a lot of guys that work for us.
Yeah.
In the demo. In the demo that A Dozen Furies is trying to hit, right?
Yep.
Does anybody know A Dozen Furies? The band A Dozen Furies?
Yes, gentlemen.
Everyone's shaking their head no.
Big fans. No? No one?
No one knows.
No. I'm not saying they aren't a no-name band. I'm just saying they probably don't consider themselves a no-name band. If they've played Ozzfest, they're probably like, we're rocking, we're rolling.
All right.
Whoa!
Oh,
hey, Travis. Who played that music? Oh, wow.
He got you.
Wow. E-Rock just fucked up Derek's whole day with that one. He walked in the studio and then walked right out.
Derek loves that bit, too. He came up with it.
Yep.
He came up with the Eric having walk-on music.
There he is.
There you go.
It's such a glutton for punishment.
And now Eric leaves. Eric has walk-on music.
Now, Travis, wow. This is a big chance you're taking here.
You're telling me.
You know of that band?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were
the band that I forgot the name of already.
A Dozen Furies.
A Dozen Furies.
I'm pretty sure they were the band that won the Battle for Ozzfest show on MTV.
Oh, really?
And what does that mean?
I did not know that.
There were a bunch of other no-name bands, and they were the best no-name band?
Exactly.
Oh.
Yeah. Hey.
He's getting really good at that.
Hey, Steve.
Comes right in.
No, I didn't realize Travis was in here, but the
Go ahead, say what
Dozen
we just
Furies.
heard.
Motherfucker.
This guy,
I'm
he's
actually
the
alert.
definition of Mike Fright.
Yeah, he just freezes up.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I get in here, and all eyeballs point on me, and I tense up like that. I don't know what it is.
He closes his eyes and tries to gather his thoughts.
I do.
A Dozen Furies was the band that won Battle for Ozzfest, so they got the exactly. Thank you, and they're on Sanctuary.
Isn't that what Travis just said?
Yeah, it is. But I walked in here just as he was saying it. So I'm like,
no shit.
All right, so it's a popular band.
Yeah, in that Ozzfest clique, yeah.
And the no-name band community. And there we go. You can get out of here fast enough.
Fleeing.
So Bill Burr talked to A Dozen Furies and had him do a fake PSA for the Opie and Anthony program.
Hi, what's up? This is Bill Burr. I'm standing here with the guys from Dozen Furies. Hey, we're doing a skin cancer awareness thing here on Opie and Anthony, so if you guys could just say something to make, the kids aware about skin cancer, just wing it, anything. Throw a couple of fucks in there so the kids will listen to it,
Dude, we are out in the sun all day long, every day, and we put on sunblock probably like 5 times throughout the day, man. You got to take care of yourself, got to take care of your skin.
Start over again, just throw a couple of fucks in there. Seriously. Yeah, they're crazy over there.
Man,
Start over again. All right, just say for skin cancer awareness.
All right, man, we're fucking cockfags, and we put on a lot of sunblock. Fuck. Yeah. We're out in the fucking sun all day long, man. It's just fucking beats down on you, and dude, you gotta fucking take care of it, dude. You gotta wear sunblock, you gotta wear it over and over again. Especially you want to keep the tattoos fresh, dude.
You need to tighten it up. Just tighten it up real quick. Just real quick.
Wear your fucking sunblock.
All right, guys.
I love
that.
The bitches. You're gonna have to do this again for us, man. It's too good. It's just too good.
They're trying to be all hip and cool about it.
The next no-name band that Bill Burr talked to was Shadows Fall.
Oh, Shadows Fall.
Anyone? Shadows Fall?
Yeah. I just picked up their new
EP.
I didn't.
Nothing?
Picked up nothing from them. I have no idea who they are.
No one's coming forward. No one around here knows Shadows Fall.
Their website looks just like the last band's website. Like, band just popped it up. I'm like, what? Same website.
All right, well, Bill Burr made these guys do a fake PSA as well.
Yo, what's up? It's Bill Burr, Opie and Anthony show. I'm talking to Brian Fair from Shadows Fall. Great set, man. How'd you feel about it?
Oh, it's been awesome, man. The whole Ozzfest is just incredible, man. Sharing a stage with Maiden and Sabbath doesn't get any better than that.
Let me ask you this. How the hell do you sing like that for so long? I mean, I yelled at my dad like that for about 20 minutes one time. I couldn't talk for 3 days.
I'm used to it for yelling at my girlfriend that much, so, it builds it up. You got to build the strength,
Oh, you know what? We're going to do that drop right now. You know what's good? Glad you brought that up. We had Opie and Anthony's doing like a thing for like domestic violence awareness. Yeah, somebody kicked the shit out of their girlfriend in like Newark or something. So yeah, so just ad lib some sort of drop and not do domestic violence to your girlfriend or whatever. And it's kind of weird, but toss a couple of F-bombs in there just because our listeners are retarded. So, but just try to keep the good message.
So just say this Brian Shadows Fall and something or what?
Yeah, just don't beat up your girlfriend. And just fucking don't beat up your girlfriend or something like that.
What's up? This is Brian from Shadows Fall. Man, you gotta stop punching your girlfriend out there. Save that shit for the bedroom. That's where it's at, but don't take it to the streets.
Okay, do it again. Just throw like one fuck in there. I swear to God, they're idiots.
What's up, it's Brian from Shadows Fall. Just say, stop hitting your fucking girlfriend, you idiots. All right, save the violence for the bedroom.
All right, cool. All right, man.
His save the violence for the bedroom angle that he took on that. He liked it so much the first time, he had to incorporate it into his second attempt.
Yeah, I didn't even get that.
Because Bill wasn't happy with his first one. I love that. They do it, and it's probably all uncomfortable, and then he makes them do it again.
Tighten it up.
Tighten it up. That stunk. Talking about domestic violence here, sir.
And finally, Bill talked to another band at Ozzfest named In Flames.
Oh.
And had them do a PSA as well. Listen to this.
Hey, what's up? It's Bill Burr, Opie and Anthony show. You know that because you're listening to this shit. I'm with the bass player from In Flames, Peter Iwers. So how do you think your set's going to go tonight? You looking forward? Are you on the main stage?
Yeah.
Are you over there?
I think it's going to go great. I mean, it's we always put in 150%, and it's a bit different playing from for a sitting down crowd, but still it's going to be great. So far, all the shows have been amazing, so I'm pretty sure today will be as well.
Listen, man, we're also doing this is kind of a side thing. We're kind of doing this this benefit. Somebody beat up a special needs kid in like Newark, and so we just want you to just say, just give a shout out to the kids so they know not to beat up somebody with like special needs, So just just say like hey guys, it's not cool to beat up somebody just because they're different or whatever, Just like a quick kind of like a soundbite, and it's kind of weird, but throw a couple of fucks in there just because our fans are kind of retarded, you know what I mean? So you need to like just make them like rock and roll, Yeah,
sure.
So just wing it.
Hey guys, this is Peter from Flames. You should treat everybody equally and don't beat anybody up or do something bad to them just because they're different. Everybody's the same.
Okay, that's totally the perfect vibe. Just throw in special needs and throw in like 1 or 2 fucks. The F word. Yeah, it's kind of, like I said, they're retarded.
Same thing again, or what?
Yeah.
Hey, this is Peter from Flames. Treat everybody the same way, even people who have special needs and everything like that.
Oh.
Don't fucking go and do any bullshit and start beating people up because they're different. Treat everybody the same, dude.
That's beautiful.
Dude.
And the kid's name is Russell. Just give him a shout out. Same thing, couple of fucks. He's a big metal fan, so it mean a lot to him. That's the kid who got beat up, Russell from Newark.
Hey, Russell, how the fuck you doing? Sorry you can't be here today, and just take care of yourself, man. See you soon.
All right, dude, that's beautiful, man. Thank you so much, and good luck tonight.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. I love this bit.
You just throw a mic in front of someone, and they do whatever you tell them to, no matter how ridiculous.
No, I just kept looking back at Steve. Like, did we get the audio? Like, meanwhile, there's some fucking band playing in the background.
You get that? We get it? I love these special needs, and then, our listeners are fucking retarded.
Yeah, they tell you to...
You use the derogatory term for special needs children.
Wow.
Oh, no one picked up on that. No one turned to you and just said, "You're a fucking idiot. I am not doing this. You cannot be serious."
I felt bad for that last guy because he was, he's European, so he's speaking a second language. I mean, they could get me to say anything in Belgium.
He tops you right there.
Yeah.
Very, very funny.